Tonight's pregame is brought to you by Meijer. At Meijer, you can get more of the things you want most. More importantly, you can get them for less. Visit any one of Meijer's 123 stores all across the state of Michigan for your home, garden, and grocery needs. Meijer, why pay more? Well, we didn't know who was going to be good or bad last night. It was a lot of bad for one team and a lot of good for another. The Rockers were shut out for the first time this season, second time overall in the series against Columbus. Brady, not a lot of things worked. Motor City was able to kill 3 out of 4 power plays, which is probably the only positive from last night.
Well, the first period I thought went all right. Had a few bad turnovers that led to opportunities for Columbus on the other end, and while they capitalized on those, but hey, you got to flush that one down the drain. You have to get that one out of your head because it's 0-0 when the puck drops tonight, and these are going to be important points. How can you bounce back? Let's say you're in a playoff series. You're in the divisional finals. You're in the Commissioner Cup finals, and you get ran 8-0. There's going to be a game the next day. How do you respond? That's what I want to see. What do they come out in the first 10 minutes or so, and how do these Rockers play?
Yeah, and that's the thing. I mean, last night, as the guys were leaving the arena, they didn't want to talk to anyone. They looked very dejected and upset, as you would want them to be after that. But sometimes games like that happen, right? I mean, Motor City has lost a couple of games, 7-1, lost that 7-1 down in Wytheville against Blue Ridge. Had an 8-1 loss against Binghamton. But, again, like we mentioned last night during the game, each time we played Binghamton, we got a little bit better and a little bit better and a little bit better until eventually we got a win. What do you see coming out of tonight's game? We know what it's going to take to win basically championship-level hockey. That's what Columbus plays under Boomer. He does a great job as a coach. What do you think Motor City has to do to get that next level and learn from what happened yesterday?
Well, finish your darn opportunities when you get them. There was two times the puck was sitting on the doorstep, and you swung and missed. And you score those 2 goals, hey, it's a 3-2 game probably going into the third period, and it's a much, much different feel. You have a 3-on-0. Get a shot on net. Finish those chances because you're not going to get a lot of them. And as they go by the wayside, that allows Columbus to control play in the own zone. So don't be surprised when something works, or don't be surprised when you have a grade A scoring opportunity. Put the puck on the tape and bury the darn thing.
Yeah, and also I think maybe another positive, if we want to do a group of 3, right? 3 is always a nice little round number, beginning, middle, and end. Ricky Gonzalez saw 9 minutes of action last night. Obviously, Trevor Babin did get removed from the game by the officials, not by the coaching. Want to make that distinction. But Ricky saw what it took also. I mean, Ricky's played against Binghamton, but now he's also had a little bit of a taste of what Columbus brings. How do you think that helps him tonight?
Well, I'm going to assume he's not going to come in this one completely rusty off the weekend. Because Ricky's getting the start in net, and it's going to also, the defense has to step up in front. The first really 3-4 goals were a really tough spot to put even a guy like Trevor Babin in, where you're getting long stretch passes, you're getting breakouts where you just lose the guy that you're responsible for. And you can't put goalies in that situation because even the best are going to let some through, and to give multiple opportunities to Columbus, that's going to be a recipe for disaster. So with Ricky and net, the defense has to be pretty stout. You can't give up odd man rushes. Really, through the first 5 goals, there weren't a lot of times where they were cycling it through the zone and you're sitting going, oh my goodness, it's been 2-3 minutes. The guys have been out there forever. They're gassed and they couldn't do anything. No, it was mental lapses. It was lapses in the system and guys getting up and out of the zone, leading to odd man rushes. And for the defense, they can't allow that to happen. Everyone has to be in sync. It didn't seem like everyone was on the same page yesterday. I hope they got that all out of their system because, again, in about 3.5 minutes, we're going to drop the puck, and it's 0-0. You can't let them pick up right where they left off.
Yeah, no, you definitely can't let them pick up where they left off. But again, they are the hottest team in the league now with 16 straight. Who do you think needs to also maybe get a couple of offensive opportunities? TJ Delaney last night was one of those guys that overskated the puck on the rebound on the far side. Tristan Wells as well. But also Scott Koash had a quiet night. Declan Conway had a quiet night. Who needs to change, or what do you expect them to do to change that,
well,
I guess?
It's anyone and everyone. You get shut out, nobody played that well offensively. Again, in the first period, I thought there were There were phases where they
Right.
did things right. But really, someone needs to be that spark plug and that leader. And I like what Danny Vanderweel did at times last night, trying to get the guys going. When it was 3-0 right before that fourth goal, Motor City was carrying the play for a little bit. They got the crowd into it. They were flying around. Thought they were doing things well then. But again, have to do it from puck drop, and you have to put your goaltender in a situation to succeed.
Yep. We're going to see who succeeds tonight. Motor City is going to come out of the locker room ready to play this one. We are going to step aside and hand it over to our PA announcer, Johnny G. We'll have the anthem, and then, of course, we'll have puck drop here on Faith and Family Night from Big Boy Arena in Fraser, Michigan. You are watching the Motor City Rockers on the Rockers YouTube page, Twitter, Facebook, and anywhere you can find us. We're happy you could join and spend part of your Saturday with us. We'll have puck drop for you in about 2 minutes. Starting lineups, national anthem coming up for you in just a few moments. Oh, that was Nick Mazalewski with the national anthem, doing a good job with it as always. Brady, they had the starting lineups announced here at the arena. Let's let everyone at home know who is going to start in today's game.
We'll start with the visiting Columbus River Dragons, winners of 16 in a row. On defense, Kirk Underwood along with Nathan Bulkwill. The forwards today for Columbus, Justin McDonald, the league's leading scorer, Kyle Moore, and Ryan Hunter with William Lavalier in net. For your Motor City Rockers, on defense, Jamison Milam and Tim Delaney. Forwards will be Pavel Svinsov, Scott Koash, and Declan Conway with Ricky Gonzalez between the pipes for Game 2 of this 3-game set between the Motor City Rockers and the Columbus River Dragons.
Well, fans, also want to remind you, if you're looking to change your insurance coverage, we got the guy for you. Ronald Shocker is your local Farm Bureau insurance agent located in Shelby Township, right off Van Dyke. He and his team have been protecting and providing Michigan families with auto, home, life, and health insurance since 2016. For all your insurance needs, trust Michigan Farm Bureau agent Ronald Shocker and request a quote today. As you said, Brady, winners of 16 straight. It would be a good night to break that one. I think the longest streak in the league was 19 when Binghamton went on that tear at home to start the season. Scott Koash is ready to attack that center dot. Just moments away from puck drop here at Big Boy Arena. Justin McDonald last night came in with 51 assists and 23 goals. He wins that face-off draw and just dumps it on in. It's going to go out of play. But now McDonald actually leads the River Dragons in both categories, goals and assists. Already led him in points. He now has 78.
Well, he's a heck of a player. For sure, there's a reason why he leads the league. And again, we talked about it last night. Just a glutton of talent around him.
I was going to say, top line here in Columbus plays as well as any line in any league. Right here, Kyle Moore with the puck. Columbus wearing different uniforms tonight. Of course, we know.
They have 20 of them.
I was going to say they have about 15 or 20 hanging in the closet. Last night it was turquoise. Tonight it's just traditional road whites for Columbus. We're wearing our alternates, purple with purple socks and, of course, black pants. That one was dropped off by Balkwill along the near side wall. Going to be given up by Underwood. Moore gives it back. Balkwill is going to slide it up to the far side, and it's rejected. Gets it right back. He's going to wait till everyone tags up, throws it to the near side corner. Columbus will get a change. Motor City keeping its starters out there. Now they're going to start cycling in new players. Vanderweel and Giuliano came off the bench. Milam stretch pass intended for Delaney. That will be icing.
Delaney would have been offside anyway. He didn't like the call from the official. But either way, icing is the call, so kind of a moot point.
Yes, it is. I think he was trying to say I was getting held, but again, it is, what it is. Alexander Jemaev's going to be in the face-off circle. Him and Danny Vanderweel staring across Main Street on the far side dot. Another tie-up win for Columbus. That one, that could not be kept in by Shinkarik. Shinkarik was suspended for one game, came back, obviously today, did not play last night. Trevor Babin, of course, last night, again, removed by the officials from the game. But he's not suspended. It's just a battle of the backups tonight. So everyone thinking at home that there was a suspension levied, a bullet was dodged and missed, so to speak.
Well, 3-game set, it's very rare to see one guy go 3-3. So it just depends on how each side wants to do it. Looks like they want to give the night off in between so they don't ride their number one for consecutive nights.
Well, yeah. And also, I know Jerome Bouchard wants to see what he has in William Lavalier. Again, he was acquired from Baton Rouge about a week ago. Getting his first start in a River Dragon uniform. There's a shot on target by Mike Wynn. It's going to be gobbled up and frozen right there. But Lavalier's record, when you look at it, again, he was in Baton Rouge, so it doesn't seem great. He was 1-5-2. Goals against average 3.4. Save percentage, though, a very respectable 91.6. So was one of the bright spots for the Zydeco. Good face-off draw by Motor City. They're going to keep it in. Mike Wynn firing that one wide. Josh Colton can't keep it in as he pinched along the wall. Wynn will go back and retreat. Gets the puck for Motor City. Drops it behind the net for Colton. Forechecking pressure there for a moment by Doe. There's a quick shot. Gonzalez kicks it away. Jemayev sending that one in. Mike Wynn's going to carry it in. Now dump it in as he crosses the timeline. Lavalier will play it to the far side. Onto the stick of Strojahan. Motor City gets it off his stick. A slow, intermittent change for Columbus. Wells drops this one off. Gullo wearing number 94 again. He's feeling comfortable in his number. Got it back. Of course, Ryan Logan last night, our celebrity player from WCSX, wore 94. Gullo wore number 21. There's Strojahan from the outside. That's going to be fired wide. Rebounds kept in by the River Dragons. Some pushing and shoving by Schleheckup. Now to the far side. Now driven to the middle. Strojahan can't get a stick on it. Motor City going to get it out of the D zone, but they lose control of it until Wells dumps it in on a good spinneroonie.
Again,
and offers a hit, too.
Through the first nearly 3 minutes, this is kind of how the game went early on yesterday. Both sides trading time in the zone, no grade A opportunities. It's all about who's going to make that first mistake and who can take advantage of it.
That's just it. The game, again, this game looking very eerily similar. Again, good point by you, Brady. You are chock full of them. It's going to be dumped into the far side corner by Ryan Rotundi. Going to be played there by Schleheckup. Centered in front, Motor City backhand, Scott Koash, 1-0 lead. Oh, there's the mistakes we were talking about that you had to take advantage of, and Scotty was Johnny on the spot.
Right on cue. Tonight, Motor City takes advantage of the mistake from Columbus, and Scott Koash, he was not going to be denied. A beautiful deke to the backhand, number 21 on the year for Scotty, and that's the way to take advantage. They made a mistake, they turned it over. You got a point-blank opportunity with your leading goal scorer, and you buried it. That's something that a night ago, Motor City did not do. They whiffed on those opportunities. Great start to this one. Now build on it.
Well, Motor City's going to get the face-off. Better play by Pavel Spintsov, going behind the net, creating
Absolutely.
that chip and centering it. Excellent play by Pavel.
And that goes back to sometimes you create your own luck. Yeah, they made a mistake. Columbus doesn't make that play too many times comparatively to the rest of the teams in the league. But you forced it. Pavel Spintsov is a heck of a player. He may not always have the numbers on any given night, but it seems like you notice number 29 flying around on the ice more often than not.
Motor City trying to keep the momentum rolling.
The other thing real quick that I think that does is after just getting boat raced the night before, listen, it was a bad one. Flush that through. You get that feeling out of your system early. You get the good vibes. You get the energy going early to really put that one behind you, because if you go a period and you're getting shut out for now 4 straight periods to start the series, you kind of feel a little dejected. That's a great shot in the arm. Couldn't have scripted a better start for Motor City.
Well, yeah, if Motor City didn't get a goal in the first 4 minutes, you start questioning, right? It's that quicksand effect that people talk about where the harder you work, the faster you fall. But again, that's why that goal is big. Leading goal getter Scott Koash, as you mentioned, got number 21 on the season. And it was a big one. You can feel kind of the body language already. The weight has been lifted off their shoulders. Guys playing a little bit loose. Gonzalez coming out of the crease to play the puck. Going to be kept in. Petrantonio had it for a moment. Now Motor City's going to come out with it. Rink wide pass. Josh Colton tips it to himself. He's going to just race after it. Good battle there by Colton. Allows Motor City to change behind the play. There's a fresh 4 on the ice.
Heck of an effort by number 4. Did a great job. Made that himself. He put it in the extra gear and kept the play alive.
Well, now Colton's quick. Came back, fielded that one. Motor City's going to get the charge out of it. Wells gets rubbed off the puck. Gullo to Sneath. Sneath gets hit. Wells gets control of it. He's going to now get it back at the end line. Over skates as he gets taken out on a big hit there by Wickline. Wells tipped it for a moment. Sneath fires it from a shallow angle. Tristan tries on a near side, tried to put it in, lost his footing, hit the goalpost. But Tristan Wells, again, all effort right there. We'll talk about it in a moment, but let's quickly check shots on Well, and we're one of 3 games starting early today, so we got to check in around the league as well.
Indeed we are. Haven't had a ton of shots through the first 5 minutes and change. 3 for Motor City. Just 1 lone shot and a save for Columbus and Ricky Gonzalez. On the goal, it is listed as Scott Coash from Ryan Rotundi.
That is inaccurate.
On the official on the official score sheet. And in the around the Fed, no one else has scored. Elmira and Danbury 0-0. Mississippi Carolina is scoreless. Later tonight, Watertown and Binghamton will drop the puck, and Baton Rouge will take on Blue Ridge tonight.
Well, again, talk about effort plays. Pavel Svintsov creating it an opportunity for Scott Coash. But Tristan Wells there just a few moments ago was doing the same thing. Trying to get there. And again, just keeping things going. Getting some things straightened out with our off-ice officials, Ken Falk and company. Ken Falk, of course, mans the guys downstairs. Tiffany Prey keeps us in check up here. We're just coordinating with our friends, making sure everything's right. TJ Sneed's getting ready in the far side circle. He's going to do battle with Adric Trojahan. And we'll have a reset on the far side dot. Again, the officials wanting spacing. Can't blame them. Let's quickly introduce you to the officials. Linesman tonight is going to be Dallas Mitchell and Mark Jackson. The referee is going to be Steve Gaudy. And Jordan Crable going to get the assignment again like he did last night. That's going to be icing.
Been a little more of a choppy first period. Haven't had a lot of flow. And what there has been, Motor City, I like the way they've been playing. Obviously, love the response. Get embarrassed a night ago, come out, get the first goal. But don't be satisfied that you got one. Keep building, because right now you're moving around just a half step quicker than Columbus. You're not. If they keep it up for 60 minutes, I'll be very, very impressed. But keep putting pucks on net like that. Create chaos out in front.
Oh, here's your top line out there. Svintsov pinned. Conway coming in to help out, trying to dig out the treasure. Puck's going to come out to the dot. Underwood has it for Columbus. No, excuse me, that is Shinkarik. Puck now in the near side corner in the Columbus offensive zone. River Dragons keeping it in on the stick of Schlehecka. Going to go behind Gonzalez. Gonzalez, everyone wanted to know if he has a nickname. We actually confirmed if he does. And there's a quick shot again from Coash. It's going to be a center mass save. And Coash got ridden to the wall pretty hard by Brody Duncan. Duncan has only played in 7 games for the River Dragons, but he's kind of been one of those traditional defensemen. He will get down and dirty with you. Him and Devon Fields last night got into a tussle.
Oh, he'll get one of those things and it's not down.
Well, he did get knocked down last night. There was that. But, again, he also made sure Scott Coash did not do a drive-by on the tower. Face-off win for McDonald. Columbus going to get it out to the far side. No one touched it, so that's going to be icing, and we'll have another face-off in the offensive zone. For people also wondering at home, Motor City is actually outscoring their competition with the goal tonight by 10 goals in the first period, 48-38. But as Brady said, you'd like to get another one, keep Columbus back on their heels. It would be a big one if you can go up 2-0 at any point in this period. Here's Duncan. Again, quick pass. That's going to be the 3rd straight icing, but now they're going to wave it off. So thought maybe Rotundi was a little lackadaisical of getting in there. I was going to say, far side linesman called it, but the one on the near side waved it off. Rotundi getting it up to Devon Fields. Fields entering the zone, drops it to Delaney with a quick shot. Tried to catch Lavalier sliding, but he gobbles it up anyways, and now there's pushing and shoving after the play like it was last night.
Well, are you surprised who's in there? Brody Duncan, and him and Rotundi go down to the ice. There's a common denominator in that.
Well, Duncan's going to try to get more. Well, Duncan has an attitude. Ryan Rotundi's not much of a fighter, but he doesn't back down from a scuffle. There's that.
And Duncan's pretty
He's heated.
and I don't know. That seemed like a pretty run-of-the-mill scuffle. I don't know. That seems like you're making a mountain out of a molehill. Like, all right, give them each 2 minutes. That seems fine, but
yeah, I don't know.
I don't see anything to get the blood pressure worked up over. All right, sure, take them each for 2 minutes, give them each 2 for roughing, hugging, whatever you want to do, and let's just get on with this game. Like that,
yeah.
Much ado about nothing, at least in my opinion.
No, I agree with you. Josh Petrantonio is talking with the official on the far side, trying to lobby for his player. But again, I mean, both guys were just tugging it out. Ryan Rotundi was making sure nothing happened to TJ Delaney. Devon Fields was, tied up behind the net. It was incidental. They both, again, hugged and wrestled to the floor. But either way, we'll have 4-on-4 hockey.
All right, I mean, they just have to put the 2 minutes up.
That's what we're waiting on.
They should put the 2 minutes up because if it's 4-on-4, then that means they come out after 2 minutes. And since there's nothing up, that would mean they come out at the next whistle after 2 minutes. So someone's off kilter here.
There's Milam trying to get a shot. Good block there by Underwood. Doe picks up his stick. Motor City has another opportunity. Milam firing it. Lavalier blocking it with his shoulder. Well, yeah, and that's the thing. It would be 11:13 on the clock when they come out.
But because it's 4-on-4, that means the both players are allowed to come out as soon as the 2 minutes are up.
Right.
Now we're putting it up on the clock, but it has to be set, 19 seconds less? So it should.
Yeah. It's not a full 2 minutes.
Are they just putting 1-2 minute? What's the situation here?
I don't know.
And again, now it's a 2 minute and 19 second penalty. It was at 13:11, like Ben said, so it should be at 1:41 left to go in the penalty. It would be 1:41 left to go in the penalty. I mean, I guess if you wanted just for the looks, you only, I guess, technically need one up there, so you know when to come out. But again, this was a mistake that I was just overlooked for whatever reason.
It's all right. It's Faith and Family Night. Patience is a virtue. So there it is. We're learning things tonight.
I might not be very virtuous.
I'm sure you are in other regards. Either way, while we have the opportunity, they're getting things settled in at the scorer's table. Let's remind you guys, anytime you come to the rink, like tomorrow, 2 o'clock puck drop, it's the last of 3. We've got the Genesis Rockers Kids Zone. Bring your young ones. There's mini sticks, face painting, things of all kinds for your young ones to enjoy while they're here. And then, of course, if you want an afternoon beverage, you can. We just ask you to do it responsibly. We do have a full-service bar here in the rink. So fun for the young ones, fun for the adults, and, of course, always good hockey. And there we go, both of it. And they get a Bronx cheer here at Big Boy Arena for the clock operator. Everything's good. So
almost worked as another timeout. So.
Yeah, it really does. Centering opportunity by Vanderweel, doesn't find anyone. My mom always said when she was watching my niece and nephews growing up, here's another opportunity. But she always said, work on your patience muscle when the kids were getting frustrated. So they kind of like hulked up a little bit, trying to show their patience muscle. That's what we had to all flex while they were getting things straightened out. Minute 14 left on the 4-on-4. Rink-wide pass. Going to be poked in by Balkwill. Motor City slides it back to center. Good play by Conway. Forces them in a full retreat. Doe has control of it and just looks at his options. Window shopping. Drops it to Gill. Gill moves it up. Shinkarik is going to race it through center. Now dropped into Wickline. He's going to lose it. Good poke check. Koash, rink-wide pass. Conway's not going to get it. That hit a linesman. It's going to work out for Columbus's favor. Dropped off. Gill has control of it. Gets pinned along the half wall. Shinkarik has control of it. Quick shot. Blocked in front. Did not get all the way home. 30 seconds left of 4-on-4 hockey here at Big Boy Arena. Motor City has a 1-0 lead thanks to the 21st goal of the season by Scott Koash, and breaking a tie with Jamie Milam, 25 assists for Pavel Svintsov. There's Delaney on the near side. TJ gets ridden hard to the wall. Mike Wynn comes in to help. It's going to be a tie-up behind the net. Going to be back to 5-on-5 hockey. Rotundi and Brody Duncan are out on the ice. There's a centering opportunity broken up, and here comes trouble.
Earlier in that possession, Josh Colton was sitting pretty between the circles, just couldn't get it to him in time. He was begging for it between the hash marks.
Well, he has a good shot. Was leading all defensemen in goals until Milan finally caught up with him. Milan and Colton both have 9, and that will be icing. 10:43 left, almost halfway through the first period.
You know, it feels a little backwards. Right now it feels like Columbus has the bus legs, something you'd expect to have them last night, where they were very sharp a night ago. They were tape-to-tape passes. Yep. Felt like it was not a stupidly long bus ride for them to get here. But tonight they're coming out a little sluggish, maybe resting on their laurels a bit. And again, Motor City needs to take advantage of that, because we all saw what Columbus can do when they're clicking on all cylinders.
Oh, yeah. I mean, that's just it. Motor City, again, last year when these two teams met in the regular season, 3 games here at Big Boy Arena. Night 1 was the shutout against Christian Pavlov's, and then the next night, Colgan came in, dominated, and then Motor City beat Colgan 2-1 on Sunday. So kind of similar but different series setup this way. There's a shot. Gonzalez makes a good glove save. Can't hold on to it, but it's going to be good enough for Motor City to get it back to safety. Puck now resting at the timeline. Going to be picked up there by Columbus and carried in by Strojahan. Has a man crashing the net. That was Andrioli, but the pass was behind him. Motor City waiting for it to come off the wall, and the puck did. Yes, it did. It touched the bench. Did not know if it did. But that's going to take us to our second media timeout of the period. Brady, what are the shots up to now, and anything change in the out-of-town scoreboard?
11 total shots so far in this one, 7 for Motor City, 4 for the Columbus River Dragons. Around the Fed, Elmira and Danbury have each lit the lamp once. It's 1-1 out in Connecticut with those two teams tied. Nobody has scored in Winston-Salem. Mississippi and Carolina tied at nothing. And then again later tonight, Watertown at Binghamton, Baton Rouge at Blue Ridge, Withville, whatever they decide to call themselves tonight.
Well, we can call them a Berry team if you really want to. Either way, want to remind fans, if you haven't done so already, you're losing out on money. Fan Saves and the Rockers have partnered to help you save money. We're putting money in your pocket. How? You go to the App Store on your phone, download the Fan Saves app, search for the Motor City Rockers, click follow, then you're on your way to scoring great deals with our partners. Of course, we always want to remind you we have a winger of the game. Tonight it is Nick Gullo. If Gulls scores, Rocker fans can get a buy one, get one, 6 boneless wings from B-Dubs right here on 15 Mile in Utica. All you got to do is just show them the app when you order, and you can claim the prize. TJ Delaney last night couldn't get it. Of course, no one got a goal last night. But either way, Fan Saves helps you save money. And, of course, when we had the Sleep 8 or Score 8, Sleep Great with Serta, you can only get that deal through Fan Saves. Gave away 2 queen mattresses in a span of about a week and a half, 2 weeks tops. Faceoff's going to be in the near side circle. Koash kicks it to the corner. Pitch forked out, back to center. Eric gets this one up. Tried, intended for McDonald. It was just out of his reach. Tim Delaney gets it to the far side. And Tim Delaney's one of those guys that doesn't have a lot of points. He has 1 on the assist. You called the game when it happened, Brady. But he's been doing the little things right. Every single time he gets on the ice, he's gotten better and better as the year gone on.
Well, he's been asked to fill a lot of roles, so he hasn't been really able to zero in on one thing. But, hey, availability is an ability, and he's been available to be just about anywhere on the ice for the black and purple.
Yep. Only has 1 point in, I want to make sure I get this right, 32 games played. Tonight is 33. A couple of the new guys are playoff eligible as well. We'll get into that in a couple of minutes. Here's Motor City. Colton carries it in, drops it off. Now Koash. Koash using a screen, firing it wide. Svensov will pick up the rebound. Pavo centers it. There's another Koash shot. That one beat Lavalier, but went behind the net and hit the boards.
See, neither of those two shots led to anything, but what I like, crisp passes, hits the middle of the stick right on the tape, and it leads to opportunities. Those passes weren't getting home a night ago, or Columbus was breaking them up. Those were the passes the River Dragons were connecting on last night. Like to see the boys in purple doing a great job flying around and connecting on those tape-to-tape passes.
Yeah, connecting, getting good looks, even though they are just pushed just a little wide. They are on target. There's one in front. TJ Delaney deflecting a Josh Colton shot from the outside.
Create chaos out in front. That's what Delaney did. Hey, there's a little bit of an art to it, but a big body in Delaney used the stick as a ramp, went right up in the corner. There is nothing William Lavalier could have done for that one. That's just controlling the zone, putting pucks on net, and eventually you'll get one to bounce your way. That's a big-time goal to take control of this period.
Well, great face-off win by Danny Vanderweel. Set it up. Colton fired it from the outside. Delaney tipped it in. Here's an opportunity for Giuliano. He gets hit, but he dumps it to the far side corner. Motor City's playing on a different gear tonight. You can see it. Guys starting to fly around the ice, starting to get a little more physical and confident.
Well, Columbus, it seems like you woke them up a little bit. They're playing with a little bit of elevated blood pressure right now. They look like they're a little peeved after going down 2-0, and they all of a sudden have shaken off a little bit of the rust. They're flying around. Should be in for a fun night.
Well, it should be. Again, they got to protect the second longest win streak in the Fed right now, 16 straight.
And the crazy part is that's nowhere near the record.
Well, right, no.
Like it's barely halfway.
Well, there has been times, there's been teams that haven't been up to par that, you can.
Forfeits have helped.
Yes, forfeits have also helped.
Shout out North Shore.
Man, that goes back a ways.
Yes, it does.
That goes back a ways. I was going to say, you can shout out Battle Creek, too, if you want.
Well, they at least played their games.
They did. They did.
Ask Trevor Babbitt.
Yes, he did. Played in the couple. Here's Ryan Rotundi going down. Going down to get the puck. Ricky Gonzalez coming out of the net. Going to get pressured really quick there by Wickline. We don't say poor guy. It's a learning experience, right?
That is a very PC way to put that.
Yes, it is. There's Strojahan with a shot. Good block by Rotundi. 7:05, 2-0 game. Motor City trying to get it out of the D zone. Wells wiping at it. Going to come out to the near side. With it now is Bersani. Gets it out to Slaheka. Fires that one. Blocked by Fields. Motor City still trying to get it out of the D zone. That pressure starting to mount. Gullo going to pressure the point. Deflects that one. Motor City finally gets possession, and they'll walk it to the neutral zone. Gullo feeling the pressure. Just pitchforks this one down. Allows the Rockers to get new singers on the stage. And allows everyone to kind of reset. Good play there by Koash, picking the pocket, going in. Scotty, good dangle. Svensov fires 5-hole. Good save there by Lavalier.
That was a good recovery by Columbus. They crashed the middle, and Koash forced the pass, and there was not a lot of room for Svensov to take a shot.
Going to get a hand pass. That'll take the face-off outside the offensive zone. Motor City will have to skate down the ice. 6:13 left here in the first period. Motor City leading 2-0. If you're just joining us, Scott Koash got the first one almost 4 minutes in. That was his 21st of the year. And then about 8 minutes later, 2 minutes from the clock now, it was a nice deflection in by TJ Delaney for his 18th of the season.
I think they're discussing where this draw should be and where the hand pass happened.
Well, in theory, you can have it on, the offensive zone if it's egregious, but if it's just an incidental hand pass, it should just come out to neutral ice, and that's what it looks like they're going to call here. Getting a good explanation from Steve Dowdy. Said, guys, no, we'll just have it outside the zone. We're not going to go all the way down. Dowdy does a lot of games up the road on I-94, but I'd like to have him here every now and again. Here's Finsoff. There's an opportunity. There's a shot. Lavalier's going to save it. We like to see fresh faces. I mean, some officials are better than others. Motor City going to get a complete change. You're going to have a new forward set. Delaney, Vanderweel, and Giuliano, they were the combination on the last goal. Vanderweel seeing if he can get another win. Delaney gets it to the wall. Now the other Delaney dumps it in.
Captain's done a nice job in the faceoff dot, especially in the offensive zone. That's what's allowed Motor City to have extended possessions.
Oh, here's Petrantonio, tried to center it for Doe. He was just late to the airport.
That was a nice job by Tim Delaney. Got in the passing lane and nowhere to get home. Remember, there was a couple times where maybe the ice was overloaded on one side with rockers, allowed for passes to get across the crease. That time, Tim Delaney did a nice job getting in the way.
Yeah, Tim's doing a great job understanding spacing. Motor City going to get the breakout going. On the far side, Gullo over skates. Good pickpocket there by Wells. It's Wells, Gullo, and Sneath. Sneath poke checks it, just gets it past. Win over skates. It's a 2-on-1. Strojahan centers it. There's an opportunity. Back to Strojahan, just wide. They got a little too fancy with it, and Bersani's pass was not good.
Again, Colton tried to bait him into making the pass. He did. They just ran out of real estate. That was a nice job by Josh Colton, understanding where he was on the ice.
Well, and the funny thing is, I mean, I understand what Columbus was trying to do there, give it back and forth, you get an open net, but sometimes just take the first shot if you get it. And I can't believe I'm lobbying for the opposing team on it, but, I mean, that's just basic hockey 101 when you get it centered.
Sometimes you overthink things, and again, that was a mistake that Motor City made a night ago. That was something that they didn't capitalize on, and Columbus did.
Well, let's capitalize on this media timeout. Brady, the shot's in Motor City's favor, and I don't think anything has really changed around the league, but I think something's good.
Something big has changed around the league. We'll get to that in a minute. Motor City outshooting Columbus 10-5, and just for reference, because we have a moment, last night for the game, so in 60 minutes of hockey compared to the 15 we've had tonight, Motor City registered 22 shots.
Yes, they did.
Nearly halfway to their total in under a third of the time. And the last goal officially went in the books as TJ Delaney from Josh Colton and the captain, Danny Vanderweel. Around the Fed, it is still scoreless in Carolina, but Elmira finds the back of the net twice as they now lead Danbury 3-1. Elmira is the most Jekyll and Hyde team. Just, again, I don't get to watch every River Shark game, nor do I go back. As much as I love this league, sometimes I have things to do. But just watching the box scores and checking, some nights you go, ooh, this team's figured it out. And other nights you look at the box score and go, oh, they've been figured out. Tonight, 3-1 lead over Danbury early, but I'm sure people are looking at the Motor City score and going, they were down. They lost 8-0 last night.
Right.
It's 2-0 Motor City, not even through the first period.
Yeah, well, Brady, you're an in-demand person. You have many jobs during the season. I'm not in demand. I'm just here. So it's easier for me to watch games than you.
You spend a lot of time here. It's just,
I do.
It's just every team you do just happens to be at the same building.
I will say this. Last weekend, I made a mistake. On Saturday, I probably should have slept here, in all honesty, because I had a game Sunday morning at 9.
Yeah, pass.
I was going to say, I went home, and I was thinking to myself, I'll sleep in my own bed. No, I only got 4 hours of sleep and had to call 2 hockey games the following day.
I was going to say, I think my quickest turnaround is about 2 a.m. to 6 a.m.
Yep.
Getting home and then getting back up for something else.
The things we do as broadcasters. Here's Conway. Finsoff coming in to help. Conway will fire it on net. Lavalier will just stick it away. Long rebound comes out. Bersani's going to chase it down. Good centering pass. Oh, that could have been a mistake. Mike Wynn almost deflecting it. Gonzalez was Johnny on the spot.
That was tic-tac-toe of the wrong variety.
Yes, it was. Now, puck behind the net. Mike Wynn will make up for his sins. He has the puck, gives it up to the far side. Colton with a good stretch pass to Conway. Conway gets wrestled down. They're going to try to call icing, but they finally wave it off. Conway did make a good attempt to play the puck. So coming with it now is Schlehecka. Schlehecka on the far side. Poke check by Vanderweel. Still got it across the blue line. It's going to be 3-on-3. There's a shot to the outside, fired by McDonald. It's wide. Motor City desperately trying to get it out. Here's Vanderweel playing as good as hockey as he's played in his career this season. There's a mistake. Oh, Gill found a way to stay on his seat but prevent TJ Delaney from getting a breakaway.
Yeah, that's a way to turn a negative into a neutral spot. Is if that gets by him, that's a breakaway.
Yes, it is. Breakaway and likely a goal the way TJ Delaney's been playing. Centered in front, poked away, still settled down. There's a shot from the outside. Shineric had it there for a second. Now it's right in front, dead to rights. Rico Suave, cool as the other side of the pillow, stops a point-blank opportunity, and it's still 2-0.
And that's the balance you have to have with the defense and a goaltender. Hey, sometimes the defense is going to make your job easy, but once in a while you're going to have to make a big-time save, and that time Gonzalez played it well, made a save. That's the first really high-danger shot he's faced, and like to see Gonzalez make that save, build up a little bit of that confidence as he breezes another one. Again, it's a little bit of give and take. I thought the defense has been much better through the first 17 minutes than they were last night. They have learned from their mistakes a bit.
Well, again, if you saw them after the game, they were upset at themselves. They knew they could have played better. Again, they were feeling pretty good. They were 5-1 in their last 6. One of those wins did come against Binghamton. Well, there's a good tip. Conway couldn't get there in time. Now he has an opportunity. Fires a shallow angle. Tried to bounce off the back of Lavalier. Puck still in play, though. Go ahead, Brady.
But again, the point I made last night is you can watch a team on film all you want, but until you're out there and there's live bullets flying, it's hard to adjust to real game speed against the top-level teams. And I think coming out tonight is they understood a little bit more of how they play. And, again, you can watch as much film as you want. You can talk about it in practice. But until you go out there and play against the best of the best, it's hard to get used to that speed.
It really is. And, again, you know the difference between elite-level hockey and championship-level hockey, and that's what Columbus plays. Here's Strojahan. Far side Rico with a good glove save. He'll freeze it there. 2:07 left in the opening period. Big 2-0 lead. Again, Motor City was shut out for 3 periods, 60 minutes of play. Got goals rather quickly, and they're playing with confidence. Better yet, so is Ricky Gonzalez in net, getting his first start. Speaking of Binghamton, it is his first start since playing Binghamton when Motor City lost 7-5. So if Ricky can get a win here, that'll really boost his confidence.
Well, again, it's an old cliche, but don't look at the big picture of the game.
Right.
Take it a bit at a time. Take it in 5-minute chunks. Take it a shift at a time. Whatever you have to do, but they've played a good first 18 minutes. Right now, finish out the period on a strong note, whether that's getting another goal or controlling the play. Take at least the 2-0 lead into the locker room and then reset. Emphasize what you did right, correct what you did wrong, because you know Columbus is going to come out on fire in the second period. They're going to be a little upset, but then take it a little bit at a time.
Well, that's just it. It's going to be interesting to see what happens in the next 41 minutes of game action, because you know Jerome Bouchard is going to just get his guys going and say, hey, look, they got 1 period. We can get the rest. That one was dumped in. Not going to be icing, has to be played. Schlehecka wasn't ready for it. There's a centering opportunity, gets broken up. Bersani can't get it out of the zone. There's a shot by Fields, and there's more pushing and shoving. Vanderweel and Schlehecka going at it. There's going to be there was slashing, and they're not going to call it.
And I talked about this last night. Don't let it devolve. You've been playing very well.
Yep.
If they're going to get frustrated, do not retaliate and take a power play, because another reason why Columbus is good is they don't take penalties, and they don't take it because they move in, they're in the right spots. A lot of the times you get penalties because you're out of position. They're such a solid team that rarely are they out of position where they have to reach and put themselves in a position to hook or slash or trip or any of the penalties you want to list.
Yep. Vanderweel in the face-off circle. 50 seconds left in this period. McDonald winning the draw. Good clear out. Kyle Moore's going to chase this one down. Pure effort, hustle play there by Moore. Here's a hit from behind. Delaney goes down, no call. There's a shot from the outside. And good save there. Rico Suave just flashing some leather. And now Delaney's going to get into it with Moore after Moore checked him in the back.
Yeah, I don't know why Shinkaruk took that shot. There's a bit of chaos over here. You have it at the point. There's still half a minute left to go. Cycle it to the far side. Maybe you catch Motor City out of position. But that one was a pretty easy one because Gonzalez saw it all the way right into the trapper. I think that he had some guys on the far side that he could have found a better look.
Yep. Probably could have, should have, would have, but he didn't. Here's McDonald back in the face-off circle. He'll stare across the dot from Scott Koash. 32.5 on the clock. Good win by Koash, a rare win this weekend so far. McDonald has a great face-off winning percentage. Here's a shot from the outside. Good save by Rico. Now it's on the near side. Moore picking up the puck in the corner. 20 seconds left. Going to come out to the point. There's a shot by Hunter, screened in front by McDonald, and X-ray vision of Ricky Gonzalez.
Well, there was so much mass out in front. There was only a small window where that puck could have gone, and Gonzalez knew it, so he played the top corner, watched it straight in. 14 seconds left. Hey, take it to the locker room up 2-0. This has been as good of a period as you've played since Binghamton. Now you have to stack these periods together.
Yes, sir. Motor City so far doing just that, almost 20 minutes through. TJ Delaney gets it to center. Going to be played up and ahead by Gill. And that'll do it for the closing seconds of the first period. Milam and McDonald now going at it. So is Delaney. No love lost between these two teams. Vanderweel coming in to trying to be the mediator. And Kyle Moore and TJ Delaney, I think, might have to do some talking with their fists in the second period. It's boiling to that point.
Well, I think part of it's frustration. Columbus isn't down 2-0 a whole lot of the time. But again, don't let it devolve. Last night, some guys let their emotions get the best of them. Good news for the Rockers, it didn't result in anything after the game, and it was already out of hand by that point. You're up 2-0. Played a very solid first period. Now stack it up because you know Columbus is going to come out hair on fire to start that second period. Get through that initial surge of the start of the second and then get back into the flow of game. Dominated play pretty well in that first period for Motor City. They outshot Columbus by a total, outshot them 12-11. A lot of those shots for Columbus coming in that final minute.
Yep.
Thought Motor City played very well. Now stack those periods because Columbus is going to come out a little angrier and a little faster, especially in the first few shifts.
Yeah, really quickly, we're going to recap the scoring for you as well. In the first period, 3:17 into the period, Scott Koash. It was all set up by Pavel Svintsov. Pavel worked behind the net, got the puck on the far side post, centered it to Scotty. Scotty got 21 on the year for a 1-0 lead. Fast forward 8 minutes later, face-off draw on the far side circle. Danny Vanderweel won it. Josh Colton fired it in, and it was deflected in front by TJ Delaney. TJ getting number 18 on the year, and that is where we stand, 2-0. We're not going to check the out-of-town scoreboard just yet. Why? Well, because we have one of our friends, Jamie Schmetke, one of the owners here of the Motor City Rockers, joining us in the first period. Welcome, Jamie. How are you?
Hey, Ben. Good to be with you.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Yeah, it's good to be back in town. It's great to see the guys bounce back this period, and we're hoping that they could keep the pedal to the metal, so to speak, and come out with a win today and set up for a rubber match tomorrow.
Yeah, definitely. The guys definitely playing well, but we said yesterday we didn't know how good Columbus was. Obviously, when you see Columbus, you know that they're a championship-level team. They're one of the best teams in the Fed. We're right behind them in that second tier because there's top two, right? So, but everyone has a plan until they get punched in the mouth. The guys got definitely punched in the mouth, but tonight coming out, playing Rockers hockey the way we know they can play, and it's a big 2-0 lead.
Yeah, it's really a testament to the character in the locker room. Being in there beforehand. I know you were talking with a bunch of the guys earlier today, and even Coach Gooder Brown, and understanding that they had to come out hot today.
Oh yeah,
they couldn't kind of sit back and let these guys dictate the pace of play, and they were able to do that. So it says a lot with the the pride that the guys have in the locker room, and I'm grateful that we're up 2-0 now. We just kind of keep playing well in front of Rico, and hopefully we could come out with a win.
Yeah, and that's one of the things, right? Rico was in that dry spell in 2 games, let in 15 goals, but he's rebounded very well. What do you like seeing in Rico? Not only is he still learning, still developing behind Trevor Babin. We would like to keep Trevor forever if we could, but obviously that's not very likely. Obviously, Rico though is the future. What do you like about Rico and his game compared with Trevor?
Yeah, I mean it's part of being a pro, right? It's
right.
something that we preach at the beginning of the season when we had our kickoff dinner. Is not just fighting for each other in the locker room, but also even if you're not on the ice, taking care of your own business, working hard in practice, learning from some of the veterans we have on the team.
Yep.
And you might hit some valleys, but there's going to be peaks in here. Definitely this last period I'd say was a high spot for Rico, and build on that, and continue to be in position and get in front of pucks, and hopefully we'll get some good defensive zone structure that the guys will follow tonight that will prevent them from really getting a lot of doorstep chances like they got last night. So as long as we do that, and we're good defensively in front of Rico, he's a talented enough goaltender where he can really take care of his own.
Yeah, I was going to say one big milestone the organization had a couple of games ago was win number 50.
Yeah.
Obviously, we're not even through year 2 yet, but it's the first mile marker in a franchise. How great was it to see the guys get win number 50 and build from that?
Yeah, it's really fortunate the staff that we've put together and their ability to execute, putting a solid roster on the ice, because being a new team, second year in, even our success last year isn't normal, right? Especially this year, building on top of that, and really being seen as one of the top teams in the league. If these guys can play to their capabilities, we could skate and play with anybody. So it's really great to see that the wins are racking up in that regard too, right? But also, being able to take that momentum, especially with this homestand we have coming up here. I think we got 14 home games left or something like that. Our schedule is definitely road focused at the beginning of the year, which presents its own sets of challenges. But being home for this extended period of time, a couple games with Port Huron. I think we got one last road trip against these River Dragons here, which was always tough to go all the way down to Georgia. But we should be hitting a good stride heading into the playoffs.
Yeah, I was going to say, a lot of good things have been building here. We talked about it before at the beginning of the season. We see the Dashers now all full. Scott Brand doing a terrific job. Obviously, the team store has been a resounding success. All the fans that come in, they see it. They're like moths to a flame. They just go right towards it. And, we have Brooke, who now runs it. She does a terrific job as well, one of those additions. I know a lot of fans at home are wondering what else is on the roadmap that maybe you could just let us in behind the curtain just a little bit. Not too much, but what could fans look forward to as we keep building on? Yeah,
I mean, this year we really expanded our front office, right? You mentioned Brooke, who's done a great job taking on the merch side of things. Obviously, Taylor with game day operations. Scott, was a huge addition in the offseason. He's really a testament to all the signage you see here, and not only the signage, but the engagement as well. So getting the guys out in the community, working with our sponsors, and really forming not just a sponsorship but a partnership with a lot of these organizations around the community. So that's been huge, and we're looking to build more on top of that. This year we've invested in a number of different marketing initiatives, such as Effect TV, working with the advertising arm of Comcast, and getting the word out, and people starting to get brand awareness of what we're doing. We're still focusing more on group sales and driving groups to whether it's corporate events or community groups that to come out here have a great time, because you kind of hinted at it, but even through last year and the games that we've had this year, everybody who comes to games, they have a good time, right? So we don't really hear any negative feedback in terms of their experience here, and you're continuing to grow it, and we've got suites here that are available. The tabletops. There's some things that we're considering. With the Slapshots bar here to expand some of the use cases that might be fitting for private areas there too. So we're going to continue to build on that. We still have the face painters from last year that the kids are a huge fan of in the Genesis Kids Zone. But yeah, it's really about laying the foundation. Scott's been a big part of that, and continue to grow our partnerships and expand our reach in terms of getting the guys out there, focused on the community, and driving a lot more of these really big ticket engagements, like last night with 94.7 WCSX, right? Gordy Brown being on WJR, us working with Sean Belegian on his platform now.
Yep.
So, those things are going to continue to be steps that we take to get the word out. But, at the end of the day, it's about, getting people in seats, and, at least we have a product that, people come here, they enjoy their time here, and it's just a matter of growing on that and getting more of those groups to come in here. And with Scott's experience and, what he's built at multiple locations around, multiple levels of hockey, not just, the Fed, but,
yep.
We're excited to see what the prospects are for the remaining of this season, going into the playoffs, and then, springboarding that into next season.
Definitely, and you can definitely tell. I mean, a lot of when you come here to Big Boy Arena, just looking at it, and I'll tell people the numbers in a moment. We haven't had a lot of home games. We were only on home game, I think, now number 20, including today. But just physically, you can see the seats are getting filled. And actually, when you look at it, the league website tracks everything for us.
Yep.
Again, we've only had 20 games. We haven't had as many as everyone else. But the average number of fans through the doors is more than 300 people from last year. We're up now over 1,000 on average a night here at Big Boy Arena. Again, a testament of everything that people are doing, but again, a testament to what you guys are doing, because when they come here, they want to stay, they want to come to more games, and they have a good time, whether it's the product on the ice, it's the things in the concourse, it's everything that you guys are putting together.
Yeah, we have a kind of a unique situation here where our concourse is, very advantageous for vantage points, right?
Yep.
So a lot of people actually do hang around the concourse, especially where, we have different concession stands and things like that. So, that's one of the charms of this facility is, there really isn't a bad seat in the house, and even if you don't sit down, you're able to see everything. Even if you're, waiting in line, during the period, you'll still be able to catch all the action, and you're not stuck like underground and not being able to see anything. So, yeah, I mean, the way that the attendance has grown so far this season obviously is a huge plus. We want to kind of establish where we're at right now is the floor.
Yep.
And continue to, target certain dates where, we're bringing in different groups, and then hopefully not only for a one-time show for those groups that they end up coming back again and again to see what these guys and all the effort that they put in on the ice, because, it's not trivial as you know. They practice every day. They take it very seriously. They are professional hockey players.
Yep.
And, they have substantial backgrounds too, like, J-Mo playing over in Europe for as long as he has, guys coming in from, NCAA ranks and
Yep.
major junior ranks. So, that's one thing that, even if we're in Hockey Town, so to speak, it's educating the fan base too about, the type of players that we're bringing in and their backgrounds, and, the guys setting up that podcast,
Yes.
backstage has been, a great start to, open up a little bit about the type of players that we have in here. And that's one thing I think might separate us from a lot of teams in this league is, the quality of guys that we have in the locker room. That's something that was one of the main sticking points with, Nick Field, our general manager, and Gordy Brown, our coach, is to not only bring in quality players, but also, quality guys too.
Oh, yeah. I mean, not just saying it as an employee, as a member of the front office, technically, even though I'm on the fringe of the front office. I mean, everyone, top on down.
Part of the team.
Yeah, I was going to say, yeah, part of the team, right?
Yeah.
No, I mean, everyone top on down, whether it's Scott, whether it's you, Ricky, Nick, Gordy, everyone, all the way from the top on down. Great people to work for. And I know I've said it to fans, I've said it to you, I'll say it again. If we're here in 10 or 15 years and I'm still here in 10 or 15 years, I'm going to be the happiest guy in the world. It's a great organization to work for, great guys to cheer for in the locker room. Even the new guys that we brought in, like Adam Kuhn, Cam Bird, a couple of those. Getting a guy like George Holt, who's helped buoy a little bit as well.
Guy, George Holt.
Yeah, just everyone that gets a part of this organization. It definitely has the Midas touch. And I asked you to kind of let us in behind the curtain here, is there anything you can let us in behind the curtain league-wide? I know some fans, may hear some rumors about maybe expansions, maybe a dormant team, coming back, maybe not coming back. Is there anything that you could maybe tell us in regards to that? I know East Texas has been, thrown out there into the ether. We don't know, what could happen, obviously, but is there anything that you could let us know in that regard, league-wide?
Yeah, there's. I don't want to talk out of school necessarily, because there's the one thing about this league is there's always a desire to look for opportunities to be able to expand potentially, and the way the business model is with this league, and the way that we even us as an ownership group were enter the professional ranks as part of the Federal Prospects Hockey League, and joined at the time 10 teams. Now we've got 11, and looking to really get that even number, right? Because that's really the key. So then that way the scheduling is a little bit easier. I'll be honest, it was a little chaotic, after last season to get some dates down and understand kind of where we sit, especially with travel. But yeah, I'm hoping that there is a team that seems to have some, or a location I should say, that seems to have some good traction that is not too far from here. So I'm hoping that'll land, and we get to an 11, at least go from 11 to 12, make it even, and then keep some of those other sites that have been talked about kind of on maybe the back burner a little bit, and give those respective ownership groups opportunities to build up the business ahead of time and really succeed. So that's really the kind of the key. We probably were a little bit quick to draw to get this off the ground, but it was something that we wanted to get going really fast, and we're able to put something together last year and build upon our success. And like you said, you're seeing all the engagement we've had from different partnerships and such. So we're definitely going to keep riding that wave.
I was going to say the wave is getting higher and higher, and when we crash that beach, it's going to be fun when we claim a Commissioner's Cup. It's definitely on the horizon. We just don't know how soon it will be, but everything you guys are doing are putting the chess pieces in place. One final question for you. We're going to put the analyst hat on. What do you want to see in the second period before we ask Brady that very same question?
Yeah, for me, it's just keeping the pressure on. These guys don't like to get hit around, so when we put forth the effort and close gaps, especially in the defensive zone, take away passing lanes, so that way we don't leave either whoever's in net, Rico or Babin, out to dry. That's really, I think, the key, especially now that we're up 2-0, and putting the body on, finishing checks, and making them uncomfortable, right? I think a lot of the times where Columbus has been comfortable so far this season, they haven't really played a team like us. They got our number last night, but again, up 2-0, going into the second. Keep the bodies on, make them uncomfortable, and we should be able to pull out a win here.
All right. Well, thank you as always, Jamie, for the time.
Yep.
I know the fans at home appreciate it as well. Thank you so much for stopping by.
Yep. No, thanks, Ben, and you, Brady, keep rocking and rolling, and providing the best broadcast in the league.
Thank you. Thank you for the opportunity. We'll get the mic back to Brady in just a second, but I want to remind you fans at home that you can get Rockers merchandise. It's right here at the team store, freshly built, ready, stocked to give you merchandise. And of course, helping out with promotional marketing is Lasting Impressions Promotional Marketing. They're the official merchandise provider of the Motor City Rockers. This family-owned Michigan business is conveniently located in Canton, Michigan. So if you're looking for corporate branding at an excellent value with an economical price, you got to check out Lasting Impressions at litem.com. That's litem.com, a proud partner of your Motor City Rockers. Also want to remind you guys, you can be just as part of the Rockers, and we got a great way for you. It's the Rockers Roadies Booster Club. $25 flat fee, gets you in, gets you a free t-shirt, a team picture, and access to exclusive player events. And best part is you can sponsor a player. And if your favorite player is taken, you can help out the next Rocker in line as well. All you got to do, come to the concourse here at Big Boy Arena, right next to the concierge table, and meet up with Brittany or Michelle or whoever's at the table. They're friendly people. They'd love to have you a part of the crew. We'd love to have you a part of the crew as well. Again, just would be a great opportunity. Also, if you don't want to necessarily join, they do things as well. They got the friendship bracelets that you can buy. There's cowbells if you want to make noise. If you're not ready to make that full commitment, just yet. It's the Rocker Roadies Booster Club right next to the concierge table, which is right next to that great team store on the concourse here at Big Boy Arena. Well, Brady, very good first period. What do you want to see in the second?
I want to see a quick start from Motor City. I guess not necessarily a quick start, but survive the storm. Because usually in spots like this, especially against good teams, they're going to come out with their hair on fire. Let's just use the first media timeout as a benchmark. If you can keep them at 0, 5 minutes in, I'll feel really good about it, because you know they got in the locker room, they said, all right, boys, came out a little flat. Maybe took the Rockers for granted after what we did last night. Let's go get one back quick. Survive the early storm from Columbus, and hopefully when we take a look around the league, it's still at least a 0 on the side for Columbus. But keep giving Ricky manageable saves to make. He made one pretty high danger save when it came right in front of the crease, but the reason why he's been successful, the defense has done a nice job cutting off Columbus, not giving them opportunities where you have to expect Ricky to make a highlight reel save. Keep working on the back end first, and the offense will come through that. And the other thing I liked, again, especially from the captain, mentioned it in the first period, keep winning draws in the offensive zone. That can help you keep possession like you did in the first 20.
Yeah, it's going to be a big 20 minutes, even bigger 5 minutes coming right out of the gate. Want to remind you folks, next Saturday, March 2nd, teachers, students, faculty, janitors, anything educator related, you can get discounts for education night. Again, that is Saturday, March 2nd. To get that special discount, what you got to do, you got to email Connor Jakacki at connor@rockershockey.com. Get a discount. We'd love to have you here next Saturday for education night.
So real quick, at the, I guess technically the 0-second mark of the second period, Kyle Moore has been given a game misconduct for a lewd/inappropriate gesture.
Ooh.
So Columbus is going to be down a guy that scored 20 goals, that has 54 points on the season. Again, I have no idea what he did, but was just informed right before the horn sounded that there will be no 15 for the rest of the game for Columbus. So if they're going to come back, they're going to have to do it without one of their top guys.
Well, Kyle Moore was getting a little agitated as the game went on in the first period, but yeah, you're right. Thanks again to our off-ice officials. That was Luke tipping us off, one of the good off-ice officials that we have here. Of course, we have Sarah, we have Tiff, we have Ken, we have just a great crew. We have the goal judges did a tremendous job yesterday as well. Just got a good crew all the way around. Now Hunter and Conway going kind of at it immediately after the face-off draw. Declan Conway and had a couple of choice words for Ryan Hunter there. The puck's in the offensive zone. There's a quick shot blocked by Pavel Svintsov. That was off the stick of Justin McDonald. Man, temperature's starting to reach that boiling point as they normally do in games, which kind of starts going in the second period.
I don't know if it's because we're kind of desensitized to it, because a lot of games in this league have some tempers flare, but I didn't really think much in that first period necessitated the blood to boil at all. I thought it was a pretty run-of-the-mill first period.
Yeah, I mean, there was a little bit, after the whistle, John, but again, it wasn't anything, gratuitous or anything like that. Here's Pavel Svintsov picking up the puck. It's going to be a 2-on-2. Koash flipping it ahead. Good break up there by Balkwell. Svintsov still holding on to the puck. Centers it in front. No one's home for it. TJ Delaney tried to get to the puck. Good play. Now Underwood kind of get that stretch pass. That is exactly what Columbus did a night ago to get 3 of their 8.
But again, there was better rotation. When Josh Colton came up, Danny Vanderweel came back. There were 2 guys on the blue line.
Oh, there's a quick shot from the high slot, not the outside, by Jonathan Giuliano, and it was a good save by Lavalier.
Am I deaf, or did we not get a whistle?
No, we did.
All right, then.
I was going to say it was quick.
All right, it was a very quick one.
It was a quick whistle.
This is not a quiet barn. Usually you can hear him. And Lavalier gloved it pretty quick. If there was a whistle, it was quick. So.
Oh, good face-off win from Vanderweel. Again, keeping that percentage of wins high. Vanderweel on the far side post. Tried to center it in front. Mike Wynn couldn't get there in time. It's going to be cleared out by the River Dragons. Going to be moved up ahead. Jonathan Giuliano now will chase after it. Lavalier settling it down, gives it back up to the corner. Kind of a dangerous play, but it worked out. With it now is Jemayev. Slides it up ahead. Petrantonio, who had a goal last night, couldn't do anything with it as he lost the puck entering the zone. Centered in front, good save by Ricky, stopping the pads. Nice little backhand attempt by Doe, but again, better save by Gonzalez. Here's Vanderweel.
And on that last stretch, it was one shot and done. Motor City able to get it out of the zone.
Good backhand attempt. Puck is still out. TJ Delaney couldn't bury it. That one's going to hit the scoreboard. Didn't know we were in Cowboy Stadium.
It was, that scoreboard's pretty low, and we've actually avoided it a lot more than I'd expect this year. But there was no doubt about it. That caught it flush.
Yes, it did. I was going to say, Jerry's World has that massive field-long jumbotron that punters try to hit all the time. And the River Dragons successfully pitchforked that one right into the scoreboard. Good win by Motor City. Sliding it ahead. There's Sneath firing it. Good block instead by Duncan.
Just took a little too long to corral the puck. If he gets it on there clean, he'll get a much better look without all that traffic in front.
Yep, well, here's Devon Fields. More pushing and shoving behind the play. That's Tristan Wells. No call will go up as Hunter Bersani wrestled him to the ground. Well, now we're going to have a delayed call. Is coming out as Lavalier. Well, no, wait a second.
They pass it back into their own net?
Did they pass it back? And there's going to be a fight. Oh, Tristan Wells going at it with Bersani. Bersani went face first into the ice. Oh, no. Man. Well, let's take a look at it in the replay. I know yours is probably ahead of mine, so if you see it first, feel free.
No, it was shot in. It was 100% shot in by TJ Sneath.
Yeah.
But if there was a delayed call, I don't know if there was a delayed call. I was looking right. I believe it was at Steve Gowdy. He didn't have his arm up. Lavalier came out. So Steve said, I'll take the easiest goal of my career. And I believe that it was just an assumption. Yeah, they're going to say that it's a good goal. That is a miscommunication by Lavalier. And I talked about taking advantage of mistakes. Ben, I've never seen that before where a goalie assumed there was a penalty call and there was a turnover that led to a goal and a fight.
I've never seen it either. I mean, I've seen a lot of hockey. I have never seen that.
That was hey, I'm not going to complain. I'm going to take that.
Hey,
but
after the ghost goal last night, I'm taking that all the way to the bank. I'm taking that to Genesis Credit Union and getting some 5% deposit.
Well, they had to switch sticks, and the fans are aiding Wells and Bersani because they were given the wrong stick.
Oh, my goodness. Well, they're both taller gentlemen, but I was going to say Tristan's taller than Bersani. Bersani's 6'2", Tristan is 6'6".
5 minutes are on the scoreboard, but I don't think it was necessary. It's 5-on-5 hockey unless I'm really bad at counting.
No, I don't think you are. Either way, there's a shot from the outside. Gonzalez recovered nicely on the deflection in front. Rico Suave staying cool as the other side of the pillow. Here's Koash, has Svintsov. It's going to be a 2-on-1. Svintsov, Koash crashing. Go! No! There was an opportunity. Pushed just wide. Lavalier cut down the angle.
I still can't get over what we just saw. But I've never seen a goalie assume there is a penalty. Because, I mean, if you don't know, don't come out. But no one had their arm up.
No one had the arm up.
I don't know if someone told him to come out. That is one of the most bizarre sequences. One time I've seen on an actual delayed penalty a pass go errant into the empty net, but I've never seen that.
Well, and that's where you assume, right, is that's going to be an offsides. That's where you assume that it was passed inside the net, because I was looking for the hand to go up, saw Sneath fire it, but again, I was looking for the hand because if he touches it, obviously, it doesn't matter. But yeah, that definitely recovers the ghost goal from yesterday. I will say that.
Hey, sometimes the game breaks your way, sometimes it doesn't. You don't apologize when you get those breaks, and especially against a team like Columbus. Not only did you survive that initial rush, boy, did you take advantage of what is one of the most bizarre plays of the year.
100%, and we're not even at the media timeout yet, and so far things are still tilting in our favor. Puck at the end line, going to come out to Wynn at the point. Wynn gets it to Vanderweel, to TJ Delaney, has Colton in the slot. Colton called for it, chips at it. Good play there by Columbus to break it up. Mike Wynn now in the high slot, fired that one. Good block there by Doe. There's another good shot, saved by Lavalier. Firing that one was Colton. Swiping at it, Motor City trying to settle this one down.
Motor City's buzzing right now, and I think Columbus a bit shook.
Well, definitely appears that way. They've been kind of, again, the antithesis of last night. Last night they came out guns blazing. Tonight they do. They look sluggish.
And Columbus is going to go down a man.
Yep.
So Motor City getting ready with the delayed call. Everything's coming up Rockers right now.
Yes, it is. I love how Ricky, though, confirmed before he left the net. There's a delay call. Rockers, finally it was touched by number 91, Carter Schlenkerich, the young man from Langley, British Columbia. But that's going to take us to the media timeout. So far, good things are happening. Motor City's up 3. They got to be up on shots.
Yeah, they're out shooting Columbus for the game, 17-14, 5-3 here in the second period. Again, that was one of the. I just can't get over how bizarre of a goal that was. I mean, that's something I don't know if I'll ever see again. Around the league, Danbury got one back. They still trail Elmira 3-2. Carolina up 2-0 on Mississippi. Watertown and Binghamton, they are scoreless early in that one. And the Zydeco scored first in Blue Ridge. They lead 1-0 as it is 2 minutes for cross-checking to Josh Pietrantonio.
Yeah, Petrantonio in the Kowalski meat locker making bad decisions. Make sure when you're at your grocery store, you don't make a bad decision. You get quality meats. Kowalski is where you can get them. Also want to remind you with that goal, it's basically a good insurance goal. So Ronald Shocker is going to sponsor that one. He is, of course, your local Farm Bureau insurance agent located in Shelby Township, right off Van Dyke. He has been protecting and providing Michigan families with auto, home, life, and health insurance since 2016. For all your health insurance needs, trust Michigan Farm Bureau agent Ronald Shocker and get a quote today. Well, it's going to put Motor City on its first power play of the game, which of course is brought to you by Genesis Credit Union. Learn how Genesis can put more money in your pocket and become one of its over 200,000 members at genesiscu.com or stop in at one of their 28 convenient locations near you. Appreciate the officials blowing the whistle, allowing us to get back to the face-off circle. Scott Koash gets ejected. Danny Vanderweel, who has won draws, is actually going to go in and get it, going to push it to the corner. And there's Conway. There's going to be a delay as the puck went out, and Conway and Schlenkerich are just going at it. Conway has been a guy, I don't want to call him an agitator because he's not that level of an agitator. He's just a hard worker, and it frustrates people. I think that's the best way to describe Declan Conway. He just works hard, gets you off your game because of it, and guys just always want a piece of him for whatever reason.
Well, and Columbus a bit frustrated. This is a spot they haven't been in a lot this season. Now Motor City in a situation that Columbus was in a night ago. You're in the middle frame. You're up 3-0. And another goal, and you kind of break the spirit of Columbus. Hey, when that fourth goal went in, you felt the wind go out of the sails of Motor City. Do that to Columbus here on the man advantage.
You can definitely do that. Scott Koash has it along the wall. He'll switch with Danny Vanderweel. Koash going window shopping, looking at his options. Now cycles it down low. Now to Vanderweel at the high slot. Far side is Milam, who has the puck now. Back to Vanderweel. Koash getting into position. Vanderweel has it back, slides it to Koash. Koash firing it, not the best angle, but Declan
he thought it beat him.
He thought it did. Put his hands up, gave a little woo, and Columbus did not appreciate it. Minute 19 left of the man advantage. Motor City still after yesterday not completing their power plays. They had 4 minutes and 30 seconds of a power play yesterday. They're still best in the league at 32.6%. They were 33.3 yesterday entering the game, so they only dropped 0.7 of a point. Not bad.
Well, and being up 3 goals, you can look for the perfect opportunity. You can pass up a good shot for a great shot.
Colton looking at his options, gets it back to Giuliano. Giuliano back to Colton. It's going to cycle to the far side. TJ Delaney back to Colton, quarterbacking, going to fire it. Good block by Wickline. 59 seconds left in the man advantage. Giuliano trying to keep it along the wall on the near side. Motor City, there's a big hit by Mike Wynn, and it's going to allow an opportunity for Columbus to get the clear. They're going to lazily get a line change. At least one guy went off. McDonald will come on. Motor City going to just keep the foot on the gas pedal.
Well, that clear was almost too hard. It went right to Gonzalez, and he was able to keep the play moving, get it back in the offensive zone fairly quickly.
Yes, he did. 30 seconds left of the man advantage. Mike Wynn leaving it there. Getting it now to the near side was Koash to Colton. Colton firing it back to Scotty. Scotty settling it down, looking at his options. Fires it on net. It's going to be wide. 15 seconds left of a man advantage. Motor City will chase after the puck. They still got possession of it. Far side circle, now Colton on the near side. High slot is Scott Koash. Can give it to Colton on a bank pass. He wasn't ready for it. It's going to kill the power play. First power play pelt of the game will go to the River Dragons. Vanderweel in front, poked off his stick. Svinsoff centered it. Mike Wynn wasn't ready for it. And now here comes Columbus. Milam getting off the bench right in time. Good poke check there by Jamie Milam, coming off the bench, stopping a rush.
And that was something that the Rockers didn't do yesterday. A night ago, that would have resulted in a 2-on-1. Instead, it barely even gets to the blue line.
Heads up play by the veteran who's, we joke, has played on every continent except Antarctica because the Penguins won't sign him. Here's a 2-on-1. It's trouble. Milam's just out of reach. There's a shot. McDonald just went too high. Ricky Gonzalez blinked, but still stopped the bullet.
But again, why did he go too high? Because when the first defender went and played the puck, Milam was trailing. Gonzalez kept on the near post. There was only a small window to put that puck into, and if McDonald held it for any more time, Milam was going to push him off the puck. So he had to rush a shot, try to put it in a small window, and a nice job neutralizing a 2-on-1 attack.
Motor City's been really good on the back pressure today. The defense is playing at an elite level. Want to stop by tomorrow? It's Family Sunday Fun Day. We have a great special for you. You want to get tickets? For $40, you get 2 tickets and a bucket of beer. You can come in. Of course, the non-alcoholic version of that is basically 4 tickets for $40. We had the same deal with Port Huron when they came in last month. Good win there by Columbus. That's a shot by Schlehecka. That's going to go wide. Svinsoff gets it to center, but going to be a quick D-to-D by the River Dragons. Rink wide pass intended for Petrantonio, just out of his reach. Tim Delaney glasses it back to the timeline. Duncan moves it to Jemayev. Poked off his stick, but he settles it back down, has help in Doe. There's a center, Doe can't get a stick on it. Great play by Milam. That is now twice in this shift. Jamison Milam has been a disruptor in the best way possible. And there's Petrantonio and Conway going at it in the corner.
Those are 2 guys that usually don't get into scuffles. But again, the River Dragons have taken exception to 96 all night long. It seems like there's been a few different guys in white grabbing a handful of 96 jersey.
Well, again, he's one of those hard workers, right? He's just a guy that will work hard to get to the spot he wants to be in on the ice. It is irritating when you're defending a guy like that. So he's not an agitator, he's just a hard worker. We appreciate Declan Conway. He's now playing in his 32nd game, has 25 points, 14 goals, 11 assists. Still one of the key figures of this team when he was brought on last October last season. Good face-off win. Here's George Holt on the ice for the first time today. Missed hit, Gullo avoiding that one. Andrioli smashed the wall. Now Holt defending his players, giving it to the business to Andrioli. Rotundi gives it up to Fields on the near side. Devon's going to offer a quick pop infield single, but Shinnerook gets it to center. Andrioli back to Shinnerook. Good pass, cannot be held onto by Bersani. Almost halfway through this game, 11:05 left here in the second period. Motor City has a 3-0 lead thanks to Koash, TJ Delaney, and TJ Sneath, all getting goals. TJ Sneath now has 10 on the season. Motor City doing what they can to get control of the puck. Better opportunity. Strojan going to come in to help. Good job putting on the brakes there by Shinkarik.
Well, that was all communication between Colton and Delaney. They each knew who they needed to take care of, and it neutralized another opportunity.
There's a blast by Mike Wynn. That's going to bounce off someone's helmet. I think that was Bersani, and we're going to have a delay call. Mike Wynn cycles it to Delaney, centered it in front, going to be touched there by Duncan, and slashing will be the call on Columbus. Carson Andrioli getting escorted to the Kowalski meat locker, making bad decisions. Again, when you go to your grocery store, make sure you don't make a bad decision and get some quality meats by Kowalski. Second power play of the period for Motor City. Almost halfway through this second period, halfway through the game as well. Again, still nursing that 3-0 lead.
That had to have happened behind the play because I didn't see it in real time, and watching the replay, I didn't see it either.
I was going to say, I never saw it. Scott Koash, Pavel Svinsov, Jamie Milam on the ice, joined with Declan Conway and Danny Vanderweel. So going four forwards and a defender, but Danny Vanderweel could play defense as well. That's going to be tipped out of play. We'll have a reset.
And on the man advantage, you can have a guy that can man the point. I like the way they controlled the play in the first man advantage for Motor City. Now let's see if you can get that goal and really try to take the spirit out of Columbus and put a hurting on them.
Would be nice. Motor City, as I mentioned, are top in the league on the power play. Gonzalez settles it down, but best in the penalty kill, these River Dragons. 86% of the time, they get a power play pelt. Scott Koash gives it up to the near side. Danny Vanderweel will soccer it to himself and pick up speed, entering through the zone. Avoids a hit. Danny gets the puck. Centers it in front. Milam doorstep. Couldn't bury it. Here's Svinsov. Picks up the puck. Gets it back to the point. Koash now to Conway. Conway fires. Good kick saved by Lavalier and a better clear by Columbus. Couple of good looks there, though, for Motor City in that sequence.
I love the pass to Milam right inside the blue paint, but hey, Lavalier made a nice save to keep it 3-0.
Motor City has 60 seconds left of the man advantage. TJ Sneath, the latest goal scorer, slides it to the far side. Giuliano felt hit. Sneath gets hit, coughs up the puck. Duncan avoids a hit and gets it to the half wall. Giuliano digging in at it. TJ Sneath trying to get it back to the point. Mike Wynn was out of position. Josh Colton will chase it down. Colton gives it to Mike. Wynn's going to cross the timeline, drops it to Delaney. Delaney gets into the high slot. No one really touched him. He wasn't expecting that, but he rides the puck all the way to the end line. Here's Jonathan Giuliano, gives it to the point. Colton with a shot. Good save. Rebound! Far side! TJ Delaney gets his second of the game, this on the power play.
Get enough opportunities, you're going to get a great one like that. Last night, TJ Delaney did not finish. Tonight, he's been on point. Heck of a rebound goal. Delaney, hey, he had a lot of net to go through. It was hit hard off the right pad of Lavalier, and 4-0 Motor City. How about them Rockers? I cannot praise the bounce back enough from last night. I mean, they got ran last night. Tonight, they've been taking advantage of their opportunities, so much so that they are forcing Columbus to take a timeout.
Well, Columbus needs a timeout. Jerome Bouchard does not like what he sees, but a great setup. Jonathan Giuliano on the far side gives it to Josh Colton. Colton fires it in, and then the rebound on the far side, TJ Delaney buries it. TJ Delaney has 2 goals tonight, and they are big goals by the man who stands at 6'6".
That's 19 for Delaney on the year. How about these Rockers? I mean, this is as encouraging of a performance. I think everyone, players, us, the front office, left with just a nasty taste in their mouth after last night. Again, no other way to put it. They were embarrassed. But I don't think even the most optimistic Rocker fan would have predicted they'd be up 4-0 more than midway through. I'll be honest, if you would have told me, hey, Motor City's going to lead this by 4 with 8:44 left to go in the second, I'd have said, listen, you got to stop drinking the Kool-Aid. Rockers are a good team, but Columbus doesn't find themselves down 4 too often. But look at it right now. Defense has played well. They've been buzzing in the offensive zone. They've been carrying play. And give credit to everyone in that locker room for Motor City. They've been playing a heck of a game.
Yeah, Delaney's first goal was a tip-in. His second, the rebound. Good shot on net. Ricky Gonzalez makes the save, and Devon Fields threw a man into the corner, but it's not going to matter. Really quick, the last time TJ Delaney got 2 goals in a game, December 30th at Port Huron, when he scored 2 goals. And, of course, he tied the team-high goal. Well, he actually set the mark, not tied it. Declan Conway tied it. He set the mark with 4 goals the couple of nights before on December 22nd against Elmira. Brady, shots have been fired on net. They got to be in Motor City's side. What's going on there and what's going on around the league?
Just over halfway through the game, Motor City has matched their shot total from a night ago. They're out shooting Columbus 22-16. If you're curious, here in the second period, 10-5 in favor of your Rockers. Around the league, oh boy, no defense being played out in Connecticut. Danbury 5, Elmira 3. Carolina leads Mississippi 4-0. Watertown and Binghamton still tied at 0. And Baton Rouge nets their second goal against Blue Ridge Withville. 2-0. The Zydeco lead the Bobcats out in Virginia. But again, this has been just as encouraging of a performance as you could ask for. Again, consistency is going to be the key, but a River Dragons team that has won 16 straight, that streak is in grave danger now. Ben, you and I both know if there's any team that can erase a 4-goal deficit, it's these River Dragons. You cannot keep the foot off the gas. You cannot go into a shell. Keep attacking, because if the River Dragons get one and they start working downhill, they can net them in a hurry, as you saw a night ago.
Oh, yeah, pinpoint shot accuracy. They are one of the best teams in the Fed for a reason. Goal differential entering tonight was 98, got cut down to 94 today so far. It's going to go in front of Gonzalez. He'll freeze it right there, but wanted to check in at Danbury Arena, and because it was 3-1 in that game, right? Then after that, 4 unanswered goals by those pesky Wabbits. So either way, I know River Dragon fans are going to see if they can get back into this one. They had fun last night. Tonight, not so much. Gill firing that one just wide of Gonzalez. Good pickup there by McDonald. Centered it. No one was home for it. Good break up there by the Rockers. Gill gets hit by Conway. Good job keeping him in check. Now it's going to be Wickline. He had a goal yesterday as well. Gill's going to get it, though, from the far side and just dumps it in on a bank pass along the end boards. Wonder if he grew up watching the Red Wings at Joe Louis, because that was a standard play at Joe Louis, man. Red Wings use that to their perfection. Here's Finsoff. Had an opportunity. Man, he's just keeping that puck on his stick, dancing around the end line. Centers it in front, no one home for it. Now here comes McDonald coming the other way. Koash tried to bat it down. Wickline will get there first. Gives this one up. Shinkarik firing it on Gonzalez. Puck still loose. McDonald gets it back to him. Shinkarik to Gill. Gill to the near side. Hunter dangling, goes to the post to the far side. Could not complete. Gonzalez stands tall.
Cut down the angle. Again, not a lot of room to work. And Gonzalez playing pretty well. Again, it's a little give and take with the defense. The defense has put him in good positions, and the couple times he has been asked to make a big save, he stood tall.
Yeah, and bad mistake there by Shinkarik, carrying the puck past the blue line, caught every single River Dragon off sides with that play. Faceoff will be outside the zone. Ricky Gonzalez got a little dap from Jamie Milam, and he's been playing well so far through the first 33 minutes of this game, especially in that last sequence. Hunter had him dead to rights, but cut down the angle perfectly. Here's Delaney, gets it up ahead. Back Giuliano to Delaney. Delaney 1 goal shy of a hat trick. Wells to Giuliano, back to Delaney. Delaney getting pestered there by Balkwell. They're going to tie it up. Puck's going to come out to the corner. Bersani now to Underwood. Underwood getting pressured by Delaney. And, man, Motor City with an aggressive forecheck. Here's Mike Wynn. There's a shot pushed wide. Rockers keeping it in. Balkwell can't get to the puck on the far side. Vanderweel gets pinned along the wall. Coming in to help was Gullo, and just a little late was Tristan Wells. 6:30 left here in the second. Tripping nonetheless. It's one of those good fouls you like to see because it would have been dead to rights breakaway by Andrioli.
On the first time you're going down a man, let's see how you stand up on the penalty kill. Thought they did a decent job a night ago, but this is an opportunity for Columbus to get back into this one. If they can net one, make it a 3-goal game by the time they get to the third period. That is still a tough hill to climb, but much more doable. First time up a man. Let's see how the Rockers do on the PK.
Well, the PK is always brought to you by Insight Healthcare. You're not feeling yourself? Well, visit one of Insight's locations all across southeastern Michigan for your medical needs and get some insight into your health today. Columbus went 1 for 4 yesterday on the man advantage. Let's see what they do here with their opportunities. McDonald to the far side, broken up by Svintsoff. Svintsoff swiping at it. There's an opportunity. Good break up there. Sacrificing himself was Danny Vanderweel, and Motor City will get the clear off the stick of Milam.
And I think Columbus knows this is a big opportunity to finally light the lamp, get on the board. So I think you're going to see just a little extra pep in their step.
Well, it's going to be icing. You want some pep in your step. You don't make mistakes like that on the power play.
And again, this is, I feel like it's a mirror image. Again, these are mistakes you expect when a team's fresh off the bus after traveling for 20 hours. But last night they were so crisp, they were so smooth, and Motor City just couldn't find it. And tonight it's been a complete 180.
It's been a complete 180. Motor City looking very, very comfortable. Let's see how comfortable they can be in the next 90 seconds of this PK. Motor City in the league is second on the PK. They actually jumped ahead of Binghamton after yesterday. They're now second in the league at 83.6, only behind these very same River Dragons as we mentioned earlier in the broadcast. Petrantonio crossing the timeline, getting in, gets past everyone. Good stick check there by Koash and a good clear off his stick as well. Declan Conway is going to be the one to offer some forechecking pressure. Lavalier gives it up to the near side. Justin McDonald drops this one off with it now to Shinkarik. Shinkarik racing through all 3 lines. Gets it to the far side circle. Fans on a pass. Gets it behind the net. Puck going to be bouncing around. McDonald gives it up to Wickline on the far side. Now to Slaheka. Slaheka's going to hold on to it. Now gets it down low. Wickline, good pass. McDonald can't center it back, intended for Strojahan.
Again, Motor City flying around in their own zone. Shot came up. There was a guy in his face. That time it was Mike Wynn, and that was the best look they had.
Best look there. Cody Wickline buries it. That's a power play goal, and number 16 on the year for Cody Wickline. That's a big one that Columbus needed.
And up a man, pick the corner. And Motor City, hey, you know it's going to be tough to shut out Columbus, so how do you weather the storm? Don't let one mistake become 2. Don't let Columbus build on this through the final 4:36.
Oh, getting the assist will be Nolan Schlaheka. That will be his 15th of the year. Big goal there, again by Cody Wickline. 4-1 game now. So Ricky Gonzalez will not get his first shutout of his young hockey career, though that would have been a monumental feat against a team like the River Dragons.
That's why you put in all the work offensively. That's why it's so important to nab every opportunity, whether you're up 3-0 or 4-0, is that this Columbus team can strike at any time. So you're going to have to keep putting the pressure on. Don't fall back on your heels, and don't let Columbus take advantage.
Oh, this one's going to be a penalty on Andrioli. At least it should be.
I don't know about that one. Looks like they're going to take Ryan Rotundi to the box.
Well, Rotundi is getting escorted to the box. Andrioli was the one who slashed after him, but it will be Ryan Rotundi in the box. So another power play upcoming, but it takes us to our last media timeout of the second period. Brady, what are the shots on goal, and what are things looking like around the league?
Shots on goal, Columbus only one since our last media timeout, but it was the one that found the back of the net to get Columbus on the board. 10-6 in the second period for a game total of 22-17 in favor of the Motor City Rockers. Defense optional in Connecticut. 6-4. Danbury leads Elmira, so a bad night to be a goalie out in Danbury. Carolina doing as they please to Mississippi. 5-0 lead there. Watertown scores first against Binghamton. It's a 1-0 lead in the Empire State, and Baton Rouge, well, they're feeling pretty good, looking for their first win in a long while as they lead Blue Ridge 3-0 in Virginia.
Well, while we have an opportunity, we want to remind you on those crossbars, there's some white lettering. Well, what is that white lettering? It's iconicgoaltending.com. Iconic Goaltending has clinics here in Metro Detroit for young goaltenders simply looking to improve their game. Information on private lessons, team skates, and performance analysis can be found at iconicgoaltending.com. Also, make sure if you're here at Big Boy Arena, you're going to want to stay after the game because tonight's 3 stars of the game will give you a chance to win some free swag courtesy of our friends at Lasting Impressions Promotional Marketing, a family-owned Michigan business right in Canton, as they always give players some T-shirts to toss out to some fans. You're going to want to stop by tomorrow. Sunday Fun Day here at Big Boy Arena. There's some specials going on. $40 gets you 2 tickets and a bucket of beer. You can come on in, have a good time. Maybe that doesn't fit into your schedule. Well, guess what? We're back next weekend as well. Of course, next weekend we have Education Night on Saturday, March 2nd. So teachers, students, faculty, janitors, anyone educated related, superintendents, that includes you as well. You get a free special ticket offer. Be sure to contact Connor Jakacki via email at connor@rockershockey.com to claim your discount for that game on Saturday. Of course, we have the Michigan Warriors Red Wing alumni game. More on that in just a second. Second power play opportunity here for Columbus. Good clear there by Jonathan Giuliano.
This is a big 2 minutes. If Columbus can convert on this, look out. We have ourselves a hockey game. If Motor City can stand tall, get back to 5-a-side hockey, get to the locker room up 3, I'm going to like their chances a heck of a lot more in the third period.
Well, Strojahan gets it up to Wick line to Doe. Doe far side circle. There's a hard shot and a goal by the goal leader, Justin McDonald. And just like that, 28 seconds in, Columbus has made this a hockey game after all. We warned you they can come back on you, and they did so twice with the man advantage.
And when Columbus gets working downhill, this is what they can do. And that was just an absolute howitzer from Justin McDonald, number 26 on the season for the league leader in points. And all of a sudden, Columbus injects a little bit of life into themselves. Again, let's see how Motor City responds. They responded good in the macro in the terms of they came back from an 8-0 beat down a night ago, came out strong through the first 30-ish minutes. Now how do they respond after Columbus scores back-to-back goals?
Well, back-to-back goals, 2 for 2 on the power play today so far. And it was guys that they wanted and they normally rely on for goals. Again, Wickline getting 16, McDonald getting 26. Here's a quick pressure coming downhill again is Shinkarik. Puck now on the near side wall. Shinkarik's going to overskate it. Motor City has possession. Devon Fields going to carry the puck into the neutral zone. He'll dump it in. It's going to be broken up. Andrioli has it now. Andrioli to the near side wall. Now moves it back into the offensive zone for Columbus. Ryan Rotundi, who was previously in the box, is now a free man, but overskates the puck. Andrioli, high slot. That one was a howitzer that just missed the net. Man, now they're starting to dial in their scopes. Here's another one. Shinkarik, that one was tipped by Andrioli just wide.
And I want to see someone from Motor City go, relax, take a deep breath. Who? because it feels like Motor City is on their heels. Someone on this team needs to go, all right, relax. We're up 2. Let's get to the break. Let's try to turn the tides, get some offensive zone pressure, give Gonzalez a break between the pipes, and just deep breath, relax. Keep control of this game. Again, Columbus is still chasing 2. They're buzzing right now. Weather the storm.
Well, again, 2 power play goals has helped Columbus get back into this one. It's a 2-goal game. There's another shot. Gonzalez, that time calm, cool, and collected, freezing the puck. Play right. And everyone has to just breathe, take a sigh of relief, fight for the next 2.5 minutes, get back to the locker room and reset.
I wouldn't mind a timeout from Gordy Brown here if he was so inclined to use one.
Well, good face-off control. Milam gets it past Gullo, wasn't looking for it. With it now is Duncan. There's a pass. Wickline has control. There's a good pass to McDonald. Just couldn't get a finger on the trigger. McDonald has it back. Fires that one through a crowd. That one's going to be wide. Schlehecka is going to come down to get it. Centers it to no one. Motor City now puck watching. Another centering attempt. There's a shot. Gonzalez made a big save there. McDonald still has it. Minute 55. He's just going around the zone at will. There's another shot. Ricky makes the save. Motor City gets the clear. And finally, everyone can breathe a sigh of relief as chasing down that puck is Brody Duncan.
And as the legs get tired, Rockers starting to fall into some bad habits that you saw a night ago. First time they've reared their ugly head tonight.
Well, puck still in the Motor City end. Going to be settled down. There's a stretch pass opportunity. McDonald reaching his stick high, did not touch it. Play will continue. Conway settling it down, getting it into the offensive zone. Got it poked off of his stick. Now it's Finsoff getting a pass from Koash. Minute 15 left here in the second period. Motor City holding on to a 4-2 lead. And now getting the puck is Schlehecka. Try to get it up ahead, intended for Hunter. Bounced off his skates. Hunter will get it back. Moves it to Duncan. Under a minute to play here in the second period. Gives it up to the far side corner. Petrantonio tried to get there, and there's a hit from behind, and oh my goodness. Ryan Rotundi slow to get up. It's a delayed call. And touching the puck will be Balkwell, and Ryan Rotundi is getting some help. He looks dazed. Petrantonio trying to say it's accidental, but when you ram a guy that hard with his back turned to the glass, there's no accident about that.
Well, and that's what the Rockers needed. Get a little bit of a break, go up a man. Now, unfortunately, this power play could be broken up between 2 periods, but I've liked what the Rockers have done. They've converted on 1 power play so far tonight. Let's see if they can do it again.
Well, again, there was a nasty hit from behind. I don't care who you are. You hit a guy with his back turned and his head up and you ride him into the wall, you cannot say you're sorry. That is intentional. That should be boarding, and it should be 5 minutes. One man's opinion. We'll see what they throw up on the board, but it should be boarding nonetheless. Face-off will be at the far side. It's only going to be 2 minutes on Josh Petrantonio, so that's a gift. Face-off again at the far side. Good win there by the River Dragons. Austin Doe is going to get a good, easy clear to the corner. Gonzalez settling it down. 35 seconds left here in the second period. Motor City going to try to get a charge and maybe a goal to end the period. Let's find out. Mike Wynn moving it ahead. Delaney drops it off. Sneath not ready for it. Giuliano picking it up. Josh Colton has it now. Gives it to TJ Delaney. TJ Delaney looking at his options. Drops it down low to Sneath. Sneath has the puck behind the net. Gets hit. Drops it back off to Delaney on the far side. Delaney, circle.
Running out of time, boys.
Yep, has 5 seconds left. That shot clock's winding down. And a good clear, and that'll do it for the second period. Motor City, though, will have a minute 17 left of a power play entering the third period, but there was a second period that will belong to the River Dragons as they have the momentum on their side. But Brady, what are the shots out of curiosity?
Even period, 10 shots aside. 2 for each, found the back of the net. So we ended up in the same spot we started the period just after a lot of action. 2-goal Motor City lead. Motor City outshooting Columbus 22-21 for the game. Again, around the Fed, Danbury kicked the extra point. They lead at 7-4 over Elmira. Carolina pouring it on 6-0 in Winston-Salem over Mississippi. Watertown with the 1-0 lead over Binghamton. Baton Rouge up 3-0 over Blue Ridge.
Wow, well, there you go. I'd like to see that score be a little bit different between Elmira and Danbury, but the difference so far here in the second period was Columbus cashing in on both of their power play opportunities, Brady. It was better passing that we normally see from Columbus. Columbus finding their opportunities, rifling shots. There was one dead in the slot. That was Wickline getting the power play goal. And then a beautiful shot from the far side dot by the guy who leads everyone in goals, Justin McDonald.
Yeah, and again, you're not going to stifle Columbus for 60 straight minutes. They weathered the storm. Again, that second goal because of a penalty, didn't love it, but you drew a penalty yourself, and that kind of ended the momentum from Columbus. So now it's going to be a 2-goal advantage. You're going to start on the power play in the third period. Take advantage of it. This is winning time hockey. This is what a situation you may be in the playoffs. Finish this one out. Prove you're among the team's elite. Last time you were against the top team, you split with Binghamton. You have a chance to split the first 2 games against the league leader in Columbus and really put yourself in that upper echelon and say, hey, 3-game series, we can beat anyone, especially here at Big Boy Arena.
Well, I mentioned March 9th, Metro Detroit Chevy dealers will be presenting the annual Michigan Warriors vs. Red Wing alumni hockey game right here at Big Boy Arena in Fraser. An $18 ticket gets you into both the Michigan Warriors game and, of course, the Rockers versus Wolves game later that night. You want to find out how you can get tickets? You've got one of 2 places to go to, MichiganWarriors.org, or you can contact Connor Jakacki at connor@rockershockey.com, or you can give him a phone call at 313-944-0625. That's 313-944-0625. Of course, next Saturday is education night. Teachers, students, faculty, janitors, and other educational professionals, we have a special discount for you. We're not going to reveal it on air. You got to contact Connor Jakacki to get that one as well. Just, again, email him at connor@rockershockey.com to see what discounts we have for you. Bring your friends, bring your family. We'd love to have you at Big Boy Arena. And one final thing to remind you guys, episode 4 of the Backstage Pass is out. Corbin Simons and Parker Brown have Danny Vanderweel, the captain, is the special guest in episode 4. You can find it on our YouTube page, or you can search for it on iHeartRadio app or on Spotify as well. Want to listen to it, support the guys. They're doing great work. We're going to step aside, catch our breath just a little bit. We'll come back and we'll look into a little bit deeper dive for you in the out-of-town scoreboard, find out how the scores got to where they are, and then we'll come back again and give you a preview of the third and final period. After 2, though, Motor City has a 4-2 lead over the Columbus River Dragons. We'll be back to take a look at the out-of-town scoreboard in just a few minutes. All right, welcome back to Big Boy Arena here in Fraser, Michigan. I'm Ben Salagi, voice of the Motor City Rockers. Let's take a deeper dive into the out-of-town scoreboard. As Brady said, the extra point is good for the Danbury Hat Tricks. Those pesky Wabbits have a 7-4 lead after 2 against the Elmira River Sharks. Danbury got the first goal of the game. John Scully got a power play goal at 4:09 into the first period. Then after that, Dustin Jasso got 2 goals, and Trevor Newman got a power play goal to make it 3-1. But of course, Danbury cut back into the lead. Connor Woolley with just about 3 minutes left in the opening period got back in, got a goal. It became 3-2. Then Johnny Ruiz took over in the second period about halfway through. Johnny Ruiz got a goal, made it 3-3. Woolley got his second of the game to make it 4-3. Johnny Ruiz then completed the hat trick before David Gaeta broke up everything on an even strength goal to cut back into the lead 6-4. Then Josh LaBelle made it 7-4 on a power play goal with about 3 minutes left in the second period. Again, they have a third period to play at Danbury Arena. We, of course, now will travel to Winston-Salem, the Fairground Annex, where it's been all Thunderbirds over the Seawolves. Gus Ford got the scoring started in the first period, 7 minutes, 14 seconds in. 6 minutes later, Yuri Pastuka made it 2-0 before Gus Ford started the scoring in the second period with his second of the game at the 3:16 mark for a 3-0 lead. After that, Peter Panicek got a goal. Dawson Baker got his second of the weekend, and Jacob Schnapp added a power play goal in the second period, made it 6-0, and I believe they will have the third period underway at the Fairgrounds Annex in just a few minutes. Checking in on our friends at Vision Veteran Memorial, Binghamton Black Bears are trailing the Watertown Wolves 1-0 after 1, as it was a power play goal scored by Trevor Lord, the lone goal of the game so far, with about 6:40 left in the first period, make it a 1-0 game. They're going to start the second period in just a few minutes. And then checking in on our friend Everett Thompson and the Baton Rouge Zydeco at the Apex Center in Blue Ridge. It is a 3-0 game in favor of the Zydeco, playing the music they want to play. Josiah Rowan getting the first one, Scott Chirac getting the second goal of the first period, and Tyler Larwood getting a goal with about a minute 15 left in the first period for a 3-0 lead, as they're almost about done with the second period out at the Rodeo Barn. Again, want to remind you that we have other things going on, things down the pipe. We are very happy to let you know against Port Huron Saturday, March 16th, here at Big Boy Arena. It's going to be Youth Sports Night. Great things going on there. The Rockers are going to donate $1,000 to one lucky team or organization. You got to be in the building, though. You got to get tickets to be eligible for that $1,000 donation. Pricing for teams and organizations, get special pricing, $10 a ticket, and additional fundraising opportunities are available. All you got to do is call us, 313-944-0625. That's 313-944-0625, and find out how you can get your youth sports team in Big Boy Arena to enjoy some hockey. It's the Battle of I-94. It's going to be a fun game. I guarantee there will be a fight or two. You always know with Port Huron and the Rockers that things will get nasty as the game goes on. Again, that's Saturday, March 16th. You know you can get a donation of $1,000 if you bring your youth sports team or organization here at Big Boy Arena. A lot of games down the pipe here. Of course, we're going to finish up. We have the game on Sunday with the River Dragons before they head home. Next weekend, the Blue Ridge Bobcats come in for a 2-game set. Then we have the Watertown Wolves the following weekend, March 8th and 9th. And then we will have a Sunday game against the Blue Ridge Bobcats as they will wrap up their series against the Port Huron Prowlers, play us before heading back to Virginia. First road game in a while will be March 15th before Youth Sports Night on the 16th, finishing that home and home with the Port Huron Prowlers. Again, want to remind you, if you want to be closer to the team, we've got a great way for you. It's the Rocker Roadie Booster Club. Flat fee, one-time fee, $25 gets you a free t-shirt and a team picture, and you get exclusive player events. You can even sponsor a player. If your favorite rocker is already taken, go right down the roster. Pick someone else, help out a rocker as well. You want to learn more how you can be a booster? Go to the boosters table. It's right next to the concierge table, which is right next to that beautiful merchandise shop right here on the concourse of Big Boy Arena. Maybe you don't want to be a Rocker Roadie just yet. They got other ways how you can help out. They got cowbells. They got picture frames. They got awesome friendship bracelets. I wear one for every game. They're really nice. You can chip in and help out the Rocker Roadies that way. They help give guys meals during the week. They help with odds and ends with the guys as well. The Rocker Roadies do great work. Again, at the table will be Brittany. It'll be Michelle. Someone else maybe will be manning the table. All friendly people to talk to. They can help you get on the right path to become a Rocker Roadie today. Again, want to remind you, Fan Saves can help you save money as they've partnered with the Rockers this season. All you got to do, go to the App Store on your phone, download the Fan Saves app, and make sure you follow the Motor City Rockers. And you're on your way to scoring deals with our partners. Also want to remind you, Ronald Shockers, your local Farm Bureau insurance agent located in Shelby Township. He and his team have been protecting and providing Michigan families with auto, home, life, and health insurance since 2016. For all your insurance needs, make sure you trust Michigan Farm Bureau agent Ronald Shocker. Call and get a quote today. He can help you with all your insurance needs. Well, we're going to quickly just step aside, catch our breath. We'll come right back. Start the third period. It will be a barn burner. The next 20 minutes are going to be great. We'll be back, get some thoughts from Brady, and we'll get the puck dropped here at Big Boy Arena and get the third period underway between the Motor City Rockers and the Columbus River Dragons right here on the Rockers Media Network. All right, welcome back to Big Boy Arena here in Fraser, Michigan. Brady, what do you want to see in the third period? We know the next 20 minutes are going to be a barn burner, and you know the River Dragons aren't going to go away.
Control the play for the first bit while you have the man advantage, and then don't go into a shell. Do what got you here. It's solid defense. Hey, one shot, control the puck, get it up and out of the zone, and keep the puck moving in the offensive zone. Again, I like what they did a lot in the first two periods. Columbus has only scored on the power play, so if you don't take a penalty, you're going to limit the opportunities from Columbus. Keep it 5-on-5, keep your cool, and don't give Columbus extra opportunities to get back into this one. Do what you did in the first 40, because this is as solid as Motor City has played all year. Just finish it out. You've worked hard to get to this point. Get a big win, snap this 16-game losing or winning streak for Columbus.
Well, they have a minute 17 left of a Genesis Credit Union power play. Again, find out how Genesis can put more money in your pocket by stopping in at one of their 28 convenient locations near you, or check them out at genesiscu.com. and find how they can put more money into your pocket today. Motor City, again, could get a big goal here, extend the lead. That's what Columbus did last night. Anytime there was a chance Motor City could pull within anything, maybe get a goal, maybe stop a streak, Columbus just kept the foot on the throat and made sure Motor City couldn't breathe. 50 seconds left here in the power play. There's a big hit. Vanderweel and Bersani collided. Far side, Svinsoff stops, getting pestered, poked off his stick, keeps it on the right side of the blue line. Now he's going to lose it. It's going to be a turnover. Coming with it the other way is Balkwill. Moved it ahead to Underwood. There's a shot. Good save by Gonzalez. 30 seconds left, though, in the power play, and Motor City has not been in the offensive zone.
No, they haven't been crisp with the passes, and Columbus doing a great job killing off the rest of this penalty. One more rush for Motor City.
One final push. Delaney got it to, try to get it to Sneath. Could not complete the pass. Goes back to the neutral zone to collect it. Motor City in full retreat mode. 5 seconds left until Josh Petrantonio is going to come out from his boarding penalty. He is now a free man. That is going to be the second power play pelt of the game. 1 for 3 is Motor City, though, on the power play. So right about what they would be when you look at the league standings. Coming in now, Doe fires a shot. That one got blocked. There's the long rebound fired by Shinkarik. He's going to hold on to the puck. Gill poking it ahead. Doe back to the slot, out of the reach of McDonald. Here comes Koash. Has Conway coming in late as the trailer. There's a shot. Lavalier gets a blocker on it.
And that's all Koash could really do with it. Knew there was a change going on behind him, threw it on net, ends up in an icing. And now I want to see Motor City control a little bit of play of 5-on-5 hockey, because that last 5 minutes, it was all Columbus of the second period I'm referencing. So now that you're back to even strength, hey, control the offensive zone a bit and do what you did through the first 30-some minutes. That got you the 4-0 lead.
Well, I would be remiss if I didn't remind you of this great new deal from Big Boy. The Big Boy power play goal of the game, it was scored by TJ Delaney. So guess what? You can get a second entree free at Big Boy here in Fraser, right there in the parking lot on the following Monday, Tuesday, or Wednesday. All you got to do is show your waiter you're redeemed a Big Boy power play fan saves deal, and you can get that second free entree. Ryan Hunter trying to get a goal. That's going to be frozen there by Gonzalez.
And it's going to be a big period for Ricky. Hey, this is a shot. You're playing against the league's top team. You're up 2 goals. This is a chance where you can really prove your worth, make a couple of big saves, and keep your guys on top. I thought Ricky's played pretty well. Again, 2 power play goals. They weren't bad goals by any stretch of the imagination, but hey, it's time to step up, prove you can be trusted in big-time spots.
Well, I was going to say those goals were rockets. They were howitzers fired, one in the slot, one from the far side circle. I mean, those are hard to stop. Doesn't matter who you are. You could be Superman and get beat.
Absolutely. Again, it was good looks from Columbus, but hey, sometimes you have to make a big-time save, and he might have to make 1 or 2 down the stretch here.
Yep, here's Rotundi picking up the puck in the corner, gives it up to the far side to Delaney. Delaney thought he had some help. Now do a rink-wide pass, and that is going to be almost a gift for one of our security guards. Oh, my goodness, that was right in front of him. He got a hand on it. But, man, that one came out flying hot and heavy.
That was a ramp. That went all the way up. That nearly took out Columbus's cameraman.
It was also that. It was close. Here's Vanderweel and McDonald just outside the zone. Vanderweel tying up McDonald's stick. That is an actual fun face-off battle I would watch 10 straight times. Both those guys, that's going to be icing, but McDonald and Vanderweel are guys that can win face-off draws. They change their tactics every time they're in the circle. Again, I would watch it 10 straight times. Those 2 guys are good.
Well, you're going to get your wish here. Comes back into the Columbus zone, and this is where Danny Vanderweel, I think, has been a big asset in this game. He's been winning a lot of offensive zone draws. It's allowed for continuous pressure from the Rockers all night long.
Yep, Vanderweel and McDonald one more time. McDonald loses that one as well. Rotundi, far side post. Giuliano can't get a stick on it. It's going to swipe at it, and Columbus will come out with it. It's Wickline leading the charge, getting McDonald fired a shot, fired it too high. Good block there by Rotundi.
That's not the spot you want to see Justin McDonald firing from if you're Motor City.
No, he had a goal from that circle in the second period. Giuliano will just send it in. Lavalier will keep it alive. Duncan is going to wait for new teammates to come off the bench. Drops this one off. Strojahan, far side, leading the charge coming on in. Strojahan fires that one. He had Bersani if he wanted him, but Gonzalez saved it with his shoulder. Now to the far side point. That one's going to go wide off the stick of Balkwill. Andrioli had it for a second. Strojahan comes in to help. Kept in by Schlehecka. There's a shot going to be paddled away there off the stick of Balkwill. Chasing after it, trying to get to the puck is Bersani. Back to the point. Balkwill, third time, will go wide as well. Gonzalez with the poke check. Settling it down is Andrioli. Has Underwood at the point on the near side. He drops it off there. Underwood fires it. Good save by Gonzalez. Rebound still loose. Ricky gobbles up the puck, freezes it there in a scrum. And Motor City will get a reset 4 minutes in.
Needed that whistle in the worst way. The River Dragons were circling the wagons, and that was the most consecutive or continuous, I should say, offensive zone pressure that the Dragons have had 5-on-5. Motor City, again, needs to weather this storm. Maybe someone be a spark plug, change the momentum a bit.
Oh, there's another shot. Rico Suave with a kick save there. Puck's going to come back to him. Koash gets it. Trying to get this one out. Gets it to center. Bounces off the skate of Balkwill. Motor City poking at it. It's going to come out to Underwood. Back to Underwood. Gives it up to Balkwill. Balkwill, rink-wide pass. Gets it to Doe. Doe carrying it down low. Has Jemayev. Drops it there. Tried to center it. No one was home for it. Underwood with a rocket over the net.
Again, getting some high-quality looks with not a lot of bodies in front. Columbus really peppering Gonzalez.
Oh, Underwood's going to offer a bank pass. Petrantonio gets it to Blackwell. That's going to be deflected in front by Jemayev. Goes high. Motor City glasses this one out to center. Svintsov trying to get it as it goes past him. Svintsov wins that battle. Somehow Pavo gets it to Vanderweel, leading the charge the second time. Motor City can complete their line change. Giuliano's out there. TJ Delaney's out there. Vanderweel lost the puck. Good play there. Giuliano gets it. Delaney, could not get the hat trick goal. The net's off the moorings, and that'll take us to our first media timeout. But just a little too long holding on to the puck for Jules. It was a golden opportunity.
Yeah, it took him a little bit to settle it down, but hey, Motor City's trying to weather the storm right now against Columbus, and they've done a nice job. Some big saves from Gonzalez and some tough defense as Columbus. That is the best they've looked in the offensive zone all night long. Shots on goal in the third in favor of Columbus. 5-2 in favor of the River Dragons. 26-24 for Columbus on the night. Around the Fed, Danbury 7, Elmira 4. Carolina leads Mississippi 6-0. Watertown has netted a second goal. They lead Binghamton 2-0. However, they had a lead last night that withered away. Baton Rouge still up 3-0 in Woodville. So whether you're watching here at Big Boy Arena all around, I know I got my grandparents out there watching. They're enjoying this game. And I hope everyone on the Rockers Media Network is enjoying this one. This is what we were hoping for instead of what happened a night ago. This is what we know these Rockers are capable of.
Yeah, well, I want to say hi to Brady's grandparents.
Yeah.
Hi.
Hello.
Thank you for stopping by. Thanks you can find us.
Thanks for everyone stopping by.
Yeah. I will say this, though. My parents don't even watch. So we'll get hockey back here. I was going to say, it's always fun when family members can watch, and of course our fans watch, and of course chat row having a good time talking about many things on the chat. I want to thank everyone again for stopping by. See familiar screen names when I check in with games around the league. Justa Bill is in there. Chris is in there. Aunt Georgette's in there, which means Mama Babbin's in there. Oh, that rang the doorbell. TJ Delaney wants me to stop talking. Action is back. Coming back in, Strojahan had it poked off his stick. TJ Delaney having himself a game. Giuliano gets it into the offensive zone, poked off his stick. Danny Vanderweel keeps it in. Vanderweel into the slot, drops it off. Delaney shot. Oh, Lavalier makes an incredible save and freezes the puck. Man, oh man. Willie Lavalier. Absolutely incredible sequence right there.
Again, Columbus is full of big-time players. Lavalier makes a big save because if Motor City goes up 3, that takes a lot of the air out of the sails for Columbus. But I like that Motor City out of the timeout, a little reinvigorated, now taking the charge to Columbus. Can they continue that and control the play here in the third period?
Well, face off on the far side. That's going to be Gullo taking it for Motor City. He's going to lose that draw. Here comes Columbus with it. Hunter carrying it into the zone, getting Wickline to help him. Going to be poked off Hunter's stick, and that was a shot from the outside thanks to Shinkarik. Also, of course, the rest of the Babin family tree. Not only is Andy Georgette here, of course, Mama Babs is watching.
They're always here. That's implied.
That is implied. You're right. I always joke in away games that when everyone's like, oh, it's the Babins, I say, oh, no, we're all Babins. I mean, why not? We're all Rockers family. It fits.
I don't know if if there's anyone that's watched more Rocker hockey outside of the team than them.
Well, you and I have.
Outside of the team.
There you go. You are right. We are technically part of the front office, so there you go. Here's Underwood's going to stop behind Lavalier's, going to wait for the breakout. Yeah, you're right. Wonder how many hockey games the Babins have not only watched but attended and watched, because, of course, Trevor has a sister that's a goaltender as well. I'm sure they're pulling double duty at times. Of course, Trevor has the night off. He'll be back tomorrow. No, he is not suspended, if anyone's asking at home. Just has the night off. Koash works it in. Oh, got a good shot. Better save there by Lavalier.
How about the effort from 88? Went around 3 white sweaters to get a look.
Well, Shinkarik had it for a moment, comes right in front of Gonzalez and freezes the puck. That's actually something I've never seen a goaltender do. Ricky held his stick out, thinking he was going to get crashed into. Nice little defensive thing. There's a couple of things we've seen today I've never seen. And again, I've seen my fair share of hockey. Saw that weird goal because Lavalier came out. That was scored by TJ Sneath. Got the first goal there in the second period. There's another shot. Strojahan firing after the face-off win. Rico Suave stopping that one. Hecka firing it, gets blocked. Here's Gullo trying to sneak in all alone. Gullo has help if he wants it. Fires it instead high and wide.
Made the right decision, just didn't quite have the execution.
Well, Gullo's going to pin the puck at the end line. Going to get control of it here. Gullo's, again, not the biggest guy on the ice, but he is effective. There's Sneath with a backhand. Lavalier gobbles it up.
And I don't mind that. Just put it on net, get the offensive zone draw. And they're taking Brody Duncan. He couldn't stop yapping. And in a critical spot, you can't do that.
No.
Again, you have to be smarter. He was trying to politic for a penalty, politicked a little too hard, and he'll go to the box. Again, that's a terrible penalty to take.
Well, he's had a lot of interesting moments in today's game this weekend, of course, as well. Again, Brody Duncan playing in his 8th game for the River Dragons. He only has 2 points, and I say only. They're on 2 assists, but again, making bad decisions will send him to the Kowalski meat locker. Again, do not make bad decisions when you're grocery shopping. Buy Kowalski, get some quality meats. Kowalski also has good, if you're at a gas station and you're on the go, you need a quick protein bite. They have some good small pieces of salami that's seasoned right next to the Slim Jim. So if you want something a little more healthy, get some Kowalski. So is that going to be...
They put 2 minutes up on the board. Right now, Columbus has 5 guys. So it looks like a 2 and a 10 for Brody Duncan. And again, Ben, those are mistakes you can't have, and especially when you're down 2 goals. The Rockers in their time have had their fair share of those, but Hunter going in to serve the 2, And now Columbus gets the memo that they're going down a man for the next 2 minutes.
Well, Brody Duncan officially in there for slashing, but also gets 10 for abuse of official is going to be my guess. It hasn't been put on the scorer's table just yet. Oh, inciting an opponent. There you go. That works just the same.
6 in one, half dozen in the other.
Yep. Motor City back on a Genesis Credit Union power play. Danny Vanderweel. Someone blew a tire. That was Petrantonio. Vanderweel went all around the world and lost the puck at the far side corner. Here's Pavel Svinsov with it now. Declan Conway. Back to Svinsov to Milam to the far side. Koash, circle, shot. Lavalier with a save. The rebound was loose, and River Dragons will get it clear.
That was a heck of a sequence for Motor City. They put it in the right spot. Had Koash walking point blank. Can't ask for any more. Lavalier just made the save.
Vanderweel going to enter the offensive zone here. Different type of power play attack. Don't normally see the Rockers wait at the blue line like that in a group. You see it a lot in the NHL where they all kind of rush into the offensive zone together. That was something different. There's a high shot by Milam. Hit the glass behind the net. Declan Conway has the puck now. Stops, gives it up. Vanderweel has control of it. 55 seconds left in the Genesis Credit Union power play. Centering attempt to Milam gets broken up and cleared by Doe. Gonzalez just waiting for the Rockers to do a complete change. Delaney, Colton, Sneath, Giuliano, and Wells are going to be your new 5. This is definitely a different power play attack that we have not seen all season.
Well, it's been very effective. They've controlled the play for most of the times they've had an extra attacker.
Well, Sneath gets it to Giuliano, back to Sneath. Colton ready at the top of the far side circle, firing that one just wide. Giuliano will chase it down. Under 20 seconds to play. Going to be cleared by Jamayev, now 15, until Brody Duncan is a free man. One final push for the Rockers. They have a 4-2 lead. Jonathan Giuliano just dumps it in behind the net. Trying to pick up the puck there with Sneath. It's going to be cleared out one more time. Colton checks on Duncan before getting to the puck. Good bank pass back to Giuliano. That's what you like to see. Giuliano will break the icing. It allows Motor City to also change out players. Centering attempt. Go! Shot! Goal! Free wings for everybody!
That play starts with the veteran presence of Jonathan Giuliano. He's played in the Fed enough. He knows when he can cheat up to the blue line. And that, as you mentioned, stopped the icing, had it in close. Lavalier expecting the pass. Gullo kept it on the short side, and that's a huge goal for Motor City to get the momentum back in their favor, and a 3-goal deficit. A lot more daunting with about 10 and a half minutes to go here in the third.
Everyone here at Big Boy Arena is happy. Nick Gullo's happy, gets to wear 94 again and cashes in the opportunity. And now Brody Duncan, I forgot, he's in there for 10. Brody Duncan's like, well, can I get out of there? And they're like, no, not yet, Brody.
I think he wants an explanation. I don't know, but
I don't know either.
If I'm Brody Duncan, even if I'm upset, I'm not risking getting any more time put up because your 16-game winning streak in grave danger thanks to Gullo's 5th of the year.
Beautiful play by Gullo just to make that extra attack right in front of the net. Better pass from the far side wall.
Yeah, it was Jonathan Giuliano that really started the whole thing. He's the reason why, the veteran presence. That's what he can bring, been playing in this league for so long. He knows when he can cheat down the ice just a little bit.
Well, I always joke because he and I are basically the same age. I'm a year older. We don't have speed anymore. We just have experience and spacing. Here's a turnover. Koash firing a shot. Lavalier doing a good job keeping that, but Fields loses it. Coming out with it now is Hunter. Hunter fires that one. Rotundi got a stick on it, and it'll be deflected, and that's going to take us to a media timeout. Brady, it's a good news here. We'll check in out of town to see if there's good news elsewhere, but what are the shots?
Shots are dead even through 2.5 periods, 28-28, Columbus out shooting Motor City by 1. By the way, officially on that goal, Nick Gullo gets the goal with assists from Giuliano and George Holt. Around the Fed, oh my goodness, Danbury 9, Elmira 4. Mississippi gets on the board, but that's all for cosmetics. They trail 6-1. Watertown still in the lead, but their lead has shrunk 2-1 in Binghamton, and Baton Rouge still leads, but Blue Ridge on the board in Virginia. And of course here, 5-2 thanks to Nick Gullo. I believe his first is a rocker, and it's been it was a heck of a play. Third, excuse me. Wow, been a while between goals.
It has been a minute between goals, but it is his third as a rocker.
To Nick Gullo. I don't want to sell the man short, no pun intended.
No, can't do that. Cutting into Watertown's lead was Justin Samero, getting a goal about midway through the second period. They are almost through the halfway point of the second period at Vision Veterans Memorial. But yeah, man, Danbury just burying the River Sharks. My goodness. Some of these scores around the league, you look at them and you have to do a double take. Because, I mean, checking in at Danbury Arena, the hat tricks, they had 4 straight goals that was broken up by David Gaeta, who, since that trade from Port Huron to Elmira, that guy has hit another level. He's been absolutely incredible for Elmira. But then again, after that, you have 3 straight goals after his goal, and it's just, at that point, kind of all elementary. But really happy for David Gaeta. There's a quick shot. Good save under the left wing of Ricky Gonzalez. But he was one of those guys that just couldn't crack the lineup in Port Huron. I mean, he was kind of stuck on the in between second and third lines. But again, it speaks to the talent and skill and eye of Matt Graham as a general manager to find a guy like that and then make a trade that benefits both teams. Motor City clears the puck. Shinkarik has control of it, gets it up to Bersani. He gets hit by George Holt. My goodness, and Holt dumps it in. That was clean, too.
Yeah, and it wasn't a hit that's going to that could negatively affect the play. Wasn't stepping up, coming to the side, just did a nice job. How about 42?
And Holt offers another one. More bodies are flying. Holt and Andreoli are now talking, and that's right in front of Motor City's bench, and the officials will break it up.
There's going to be a penalty in some regard. It was hard to see who's going to end up in the box.
Well, George Holt did not like what was going on. Andreoli said, hey, I don't like it either. Now Andreoli's talking to the bench. What is Carson? You can't take on 14 guys, man.
Going to be 4-on-4 hockey. It looks like they're taking Holt and Shinnerook. And I would say the 4-on-4 can slightly benefit Columbus as open ice gives them a chance to score. And right now, Motor City's going to want to muck this one up as much as possible.
Well, George Holt was throwing his weight around. He was one of those guys that is now playoff eligible. This is his 16th game with Motor City. TJ Sneath, who is injured, remember, with his concussion-like symptoms, he's now at 16 games, so he's playoff we could bring in to the second season. 9:08 left here in the third period. Motor City has a 5-2 lead thanks to Nick Gullo's third as a rocker, 5th overall on the season.
And expect Columbus to take some risks here if they can control the puck 4-on-4, a little more open ice.
Well, Strojahan had an opportunity there. Petrantonio trailed, but Motor City has control of the puck. Ryan Rotundi has it, gets it through the timeline, and just glasses it in, makes the smart play. Roto will chase after it. Underwood will get there first. You're right. At this point, you got to start freelancing a little bit if you're the River Dragons. Take some chances. Here's Strojahan carrying it in, has trailers behind him. Gonzalez makes the save there. Motor City picks up the rebound and gets it back to center. This is essentially a penalty kill for Motor City. They just can play possession and get clears, and they've done a couple so far.
Yeah, having the 3-goal advantage in that cushion, you can play very passive and trade at times possession for time off the clock.
Well, Motor City on the far side, Danny Vanderweel. He's had a great weekend so far. Really glad he's back. He's healthy. He's been champing at the bit to come back and play with the boys. And he's taken every advantage of it you could imagine. 45 seconds left of 4-on-4 hockey. Here's Vanderweel one more time. Passes it. Circle. Shot. Rebound comes out. Colton couldn't bury it. And coming with it the other way is Jemayev. Jemayev trying to get to the circle. Good play by Milam, breaking it up. Milam has Fields. Fields doing what he can to get control of the puck and settle it down. He has a trailer in Svintsov, but he doesn't collect the puck in time. And there's an old football joke. Cornerbacks are just wide receivers who can't catch, and defensemen are just forwards who have stick problems. But either way, works out. Motor City, here's Fields, great recovery there. 5 seconds left of 4-on-4 hockey. George Holt will be a free man. Same thing with Carter Shinkarik. And Fields will carry it in and get taken off the puck by Schlehecka.
And Columbus right now, hey, they'll trade opportunities up and down the ice. Like I mentioned, they want to loosen this up a bit. They want to make this a more free-flowing game, get that pond hockey feel, trading opportunities.
Well, here's Hunter. Gives it up to Wickline. Centers it. Good shot. Better save by Gonzalez. McDonald tried to go 5-hole, and Rico Suave says, not this time.
He didn't realize he made the save, but he made the save all the same. Keeps it a 3-goal advantage.
Well, it's like one of those times where you think you got like hit in the face and you like check. You're like, did I? Yeah, no, Ricky did a good job closing that 5-hole. 6:44 left here in the third period. Motor City has a 3-goal lead. They've gotten one in every period so far. 2 in the first, 2 in the second, 1 here in the third. Declan Conway, as the Rockers faithful here at Big Boy Arena are chanting, "Let's go Rockers." After what they saw yesterday, they are happy to see what they're seeing now. Svintsov with the puck. Tries to center it to Conway, and it'll be frozen there by Lavalier. And there's some pushing and shoving after the play. Declan Conway and Ryan Hunter going at it a little bit.
And don't do anything to give Columbus a man advantage. I know you have a 3-goal lead with 6 minutes and change to go, but if there's a team that can net 3 quickly, it's this Columbus team. Don't give them an opportunity to get a quick one.
Well, credit to the officials just to let them, I guess, duke it out, for lack of a better term, and just keep it 5-on-5. The new 5 for Motor City will be Vanderweel, Delaney. Well, Vanderweel can't be out there. That's a little odd, unless Wells is going to play defense. Yeah, you have Giuliano, Vanderweel, and TJ Delaney. Tristan Wells will play defense, and Josh Colton will be his partner. Those are your 5. Shinrick has it, dumps it off to the far side. Strojahan had it, poked off his stick. Motor City gets it to center. Gill just fires it right back in. Colton, stretch pass. Vanderweel slipped behind everyone. Good break up there. Smart play by Bersani.
And again, Motor City, they can just play between the blue lines. The clock is their friend right now. It's Columbus that has to bring the game to Motor City.
Yeah, Motor City can just play possession hockey at this point. That's a giveaway. There's a centering opportunity. Good poke check away. That was Wickline, and there's going to be a delay call on the Rockers. Hooking will be the call. Coming with it now, Andrioli has some attackers. Gets to the high slot. Andrioli firing that one, and it's going to go in. Carson Andrioli had a message for the Rockers bench, and he put a message on the scoreboard to make it 5-3.
Gonzalez got some of it, didn't get all of it. And Columbus got that one back, and now with 5.5 minutes to go, you can't relax if you're a Rockers fan.
No, you cannot. Getting the assist will be Carter Shinkarik. Shinkarik now has 15 assists. And getting the goal, again, Carson Andrioli now has number 6 on the year. He has 10 points overall. But yeah, Ricky Gonzalez put a hand on it, and it just rolled down the arm. Face-off win for Columbus. Jemayev had it there for a moment. Motor City gets it back to center. Going to be dumped in off the stick of Schlehecka. Puck on the near side. Motor City still puck chasing here in the zone. Shinkarik centers it. There's Gonzalez, poked it, and that time it went over the net. The other time he did it, Andrioli got the goal. There's a rip from the outside. Couldn't get a clean shot was Shinkarik. Shinkarik, again, did not play yesterday. Playing today, and he's been effective. There's another shot. Gonzalez turning it away. Shinkarik keeping it in at the far side point. Fires it again. Good stop by Ricky. It was deflected by Doe right in front of him. Gonzalez stops it, gobbles it up, and takes us to the last media timeout of the third period.
Shots on goal in the third period, 13-8. Columbus outshooting Motor City for a game total of 34-30. Scores around the Fed: Danbury 9, Elmira 4. Carolina still up 6-1 on Mississippi. Watertown up 4-1 on Binghamton. So the Wolves taking it to a Binghamton team that, well, is short a few guys from what we saw them last time. And Baton Rouge still leads Blue Ridge 3-1 out in Virginia.
Well, gain some ground on one, not lose any ground on another if things hold, but still a lot of hockey to play. 4:44 left here in the third period, a 5-3 game, just a goal each side here in the third period. Nick Gullo got the first to make it 5-2, and it was Bersani. No, that's not right. They got to fix that. It was Carson Andrioli who fired it. So, scores table will get that corrected. It was Andrioli who fired it from the outside, and that's how we got to 5-3. Again, I'm Ben Sloggy, joined with, as always, Brady Beaton. Got a great one here. We have another one tomorrow, 2:05. Sunday fun day here at Big Boy Arena. Come by. Come by after church. Maybe you don't have anything going on. You don't want to do laundry before you go back to work on Monday. Watch some really good hockey. Two of the best teams in the Fed have 4:44 left to play. Face off on the far side. McDonald and Koash looking across each other from the dot. Koash tying it up. Going to be one as Wickline collected the puck. Going to come out to the point. There's a shot fired wide. Rebound comes out. Pavel Svintsov gets it to Conway. He falls down. A hand goes up. That will be tripping on Columbus. Motor City will go on the power play for the fifth time today.
And he is not happy. And even if Motor City doesn't cash in, if they can just melt 2 minutes off the clock, that makes the job of closing this game out a lot easier than if it was 5 aside.
Well, Carter Shinkarik will be the one serving time for tripping. It puts us back on a Genesis Credit Union power play. Again, Motor City 1 for 4, but here's Andrioli who got the last goal, getting into the slot, firing it. Gonzalez makes the save. Man, playing with nothing to lose right now. Here's Vanderweel crossing the timeline, walking in on a Saturday evening stroll, dumps it in. Conway trying to pinch it off at the wall. Milam keeping it in on the right side, on sides. It's going to go behind the net, picked up there by Balkwill. He's going to get the clear. Gonzalez will come out to play it as Strojahan will offer some pressure.
Have to be careful because with Columbus not being able to call for icing, they can try and slip out.
Oh my goodness, big save there by Josh Colton. Oh my goodness. Ricky Gonzalez tried to poke check and Josh Colton prevented a big shorthanded goal. Here comes Jonathan Giuliano, stepping, firing, and that's going to be a save by Lavalier on the opposite end.
And again, like I said earlier, you're going to see Columbus take some chances, and that risk nearly played off as Rockers trying to finish off what has been a great effort tonight.
Here's TJ Sneath, got a goal in the second period, centering it. That got tipped by Schleheckup. 35 seconds left of the Genesis Credit Union power play.
And anytime you see Columbus about to clear, there is a River Dragon near center ice ready to chase that puck all the way down.
Well, here's McDonald trying a wraparound attempt. And man, oh man, they're just playing with their hair on fire, doing anything they can to cut back into this lead. Playing hard, playing tough, playing with the attitude of Jerome Bouchard.
Have to wonder if they win this offensive zone draw, if you see Lavalier start to creep towards the bench and then get 2.5 minutes of 6-on-5 hockey.
Oh, that's what we'll keep an eye on. Doesn't look like he's ready to leave his home just yet. The official's having a conference at the far side post. Not exactly sure what about.
Wait, are they going to award a goal? They just awarded a goal to Columbus.
How?
Are you kidding me?
For what? For what? Hang on.
Are they going to retcon the one that Josh Colton kept out?
There's no way.
After a night ago when a shot clearly didn't go in for Columbus.
What is going on?
I can't. Well, I've seen this once before, and I cannot believe that. That is highway robbery.
That is not right. How are you adding a goal after the fact?
That is terrible. What changed between the play and the whistle? Nothing. A night ago, there wasn't a camera to look at, so they didn't change it correctly because there was nothing to talk about. But tonight, all of a sudden, something's different. There's a different view. That's terrible.
What is going on?
And they're going to have to add time on the clock because that's when that would have happened. I want to know what changed in the last 40 seconds of gameplay for one of those officials to change their mind.
It didn't go in. Last night the goal didn't go in. What are we doing? Oh my goodness.
I want to know their reasoning of what changed. Why you didn't signal it there. Who saw what to say it was a goal?
Well, I don't know how you can review that.
Also, why do we have goal judges? If a night ago we didn't use the goal judge when the lamp didn't go off, tonight you change it 40 seconds later. What's the point of putting two guys behind the net? Might as well give them a daiquiri and a chair so they can sit up and enjoy their night because apparently these officials don't want to use them.
That is awful.
Might as well put up a traffic cone with a pair of glasses. They'd be just as useful as them.
I still can't believe it. I cannot believe it. There was nothing. They didn't call a timeout to review it. Did they get a call from someone in Columbus? What happened?
They better have a darn good explanation of why they just decided to change their mind 40 seconds later. That is an absolute travesty.
It didn't go in.
There is not a chance on God's green earth that was a goal. If you call it when it happened, so be it. People make mistakes if you call it in real time. But to go back and retcon it 45 seconds later is an absolute disgrace, and those officials better have a heck of an explanation. Otherwise, they're making it up on the fly, and that's what makes things look low rent. When you change stuff 45 seconds later with absolutely no review. You have a goal judge. Use your resources and not just whatever is in your inflated head changing the goal. That is absolutely terrible, and they need to figure something out as to why this goal was overturned. Besides, we thought it went in 45 seconds later. Terrible.
Who made the call from Columbus? At this point,
That
who
is
made the call
terrible.
from Columbus? We know. Nick Field, our general manager, says, I was sitting down there. It did not go in, and I just told him we know. Who called from Columbus? Why tonight does it change when last night it doesn't change? The puck last night was on Trevor Babin's calf and never crossed the end line. Tonight it was in the breadbasket of Josh Colton and never went in. What changed? This is a mockery. This is insane. 40 seconds after the fact. And we have a supervisor of officials right in front of us. What is going on?
Can we change last night's score to 7-0? Why not? What's the statute of limitations?
Unbelievable.
Now for the guys in purple, there's still 3:35 left, but that is as abhorrent of officiating as I have seen at any level down to high schoolers doing Little League. That's making it up as you go along. Pond hockey bollocks.
Well, we have hockey to play. Motor City now leads 5-4, and they still have 35 seconds left of a power play. Koash got it poked off his stick. Here comes McDonald the other way. It's going to be fired wide. The fans here at Big Boy Arena doing everything they can to keep the boys inflated, chanting, "Let's go Rockers." Pavel Svinsov drops it off. Conway pitches it ahead. Goes to the end line. Going to be picked up there by Underwood. Underwood has the puck. Gets control of it. Stops at the wall, looking for help. Going to be blocked by Milam, and coming out is Shinkarik. Here's TJ Delaney. 2:40 left. Dumps it in. Just going to pin it at the corner. Now still chasing after it, trying to get control of it, is Giuliano. 2:20 left. Coming out with it is Shinkarik. He gets tripped. No hand. A hand went up late. Okay.
Shocker. Took him a minute to make that call.
Well, they gave him a goal. They'll have a power play opportunity. Columbus already 2 for 2 today. On the power play, they'll have a power play with, guess what, 2:11 left in the third period. I will say this, though. That was a trip. Devon Fields did trip the player. Swanky. Lansing to Big Boy Arena is about a minute and 20. Or an hour and 20, I mean. Hour and 20 away.
This is going to be a timeout from Motor City. Hey, they have to rally the troops, and this is going to be a huge 2:11. Through all the adversity they've had, they still have a shot on the penalty kill. I assume Lavalier is going to come out sooner rather than later.
Well, Lavalier should come out now. Might as well. I don't know what he's waiting for. I mean, but to be fair, they don't need Lavalier to come out. They already have the extra attacker wearing stripes.
Probably have him come out to the top of the circle and wait when the draw goes 6-on-4.
Well, 2 ghost goals this weekend so far. One that did not matter a night ago, and one tonight that is a big one. Motor City still leads 5-4. They will be on an Insight Healthcare penalty kill. Again, not feeling yourself. Maybe some people here in the arena are not feeling themselves. They can stop by Insight to get some insight into their health care today.
Absolute joke. Still 2:11 to go. All the Rockers can control what's in front of them and see if they can control this penalty kill.
Well, again, one of the best penalty kills in the league. Going to have to come up big. Have not come up big yet today. They can do it now. Face-off draw. Vanderweel can't win. It's at the point. Lavalier still in his net. McDonald trying to settle it down. There's a win by Svinsov and a good clear. Lavalier will settle it behind the net.
2 minutes to go. I'm very curious to see how Bouchard plays this, how long he lets Lavalier stay in the net. He doesn't look like he's going anywhere.
Well, no, again, don't need him to. Petrantonio carrying it all the way in. Everyone getting loud here at Big Boy Arena. Puck on the near side, chased down by Rotundi. Rotundi gets hit and there's no call. Rockers on the bench want a call. They're not going to get one. There's a battle for it along the near side wall. Motor City digging after it, trying to get it out. Centering opportunity broken up by Svinsov, and he gets another big clear. Minute 27 left in the period.
Have to keep buzzing. Work through the adversity. Again, we can complain all we want. They have 80 seconds to get a big 3 points.
Well, Gonzalez stops it. Going to be held. Mike Wynn held there by Wickline, no call. They're just letting everything go at this point. Motor City getting an opportunity to clear it on the near side, and they do. The net is empty. It's rolling towards the net, and just shy. Justin McDonald will pick it up.
Hold the line. 52 seconds left. Hold the line.
There's only about a 10-second difference between game clock and shot clock. Net's off the moorings.
Going to come to center ice.
It's got to.
It is indeed, and this is a big draw. 45 seconds left. Essentially, you're ending this game down a man. Big draw. Big draw for Motor City. If you can control this, you can knock off about a third of the time left on the clock.
Well, again, it is an 11-second difference between shot and game clock.
Lavalier comes out. He'll stand between the top of the circles.
Yep, makes sense. Face-off win. Lavalier comes back off. Extra attacker is going to come back on. It's Justin McDonald. Who else would you ring the bat signal for? Shinkarik cycling it down. Hunter back to Shinkarik. There's a shot, got blocked. Rebound! Far side post. No one is home for it. Columbus trying to get an opportunity. There's another opportunity in front. Motor City is going to be able to get it clear. Svintsoff fires on net, just wide. 15 seconds left. Devon Fields is going to be a free man. 11 seconds left here. Motor City can have an opportunity. It's another clear. It's not going to go in. Chasing it, breaking it up. Devon Fields. Devon doesn't get an opportunity to score, and it's not going to matter. Ghost goals or nothing. Motor City is going to win 5-4. Columbus needed as much help as possible, and it's not going to matter. Winning streak ends at 16.
Heck of an effort from Motor City to bounce back from losing 8-0 a night ago to having the officials give a goal that did not happen. They still need an explanation, but the Rockers didn't let that bother them. 2 minutes, down a man, in crunch time, they survive, and unless someone's going to add a goal now, it's about as long as it was when they added the last one. Rockers getting a huge 3 points.
Big 3 points, stops the 16-game winning streak of the Columbus River Dragons. There's still one more game to be played in this series, ladies and gentlemen. It'll be tomorrow, 2:05, right here, Big Boy Arena. It is going to be a good one. The Rockers cheering all of their fans as it was absolutely incredible. What a game. Again, Columbus getting a phantom goal to come back within one. Motor City had to kill a penalty kill in the last 2 minutes, and they will get a big win in that center ice. Trevor Babin, Scott Koash, and Declan Conway give you happy feet. Brady, do we know who the 3 stars are going to be?
3 stars tonight. Looks like we will go 3rd star, the captain, Danny Vanderweel. He was all over the ice tonight. Then Josh Colton at number 2. Thought he had a big save. He did have a big save. Should have been 5-3. And then the number 1 star, TJ Delaney, netted 2 goals. He was a force all night long.
Yeah, TJ Delaney definitely earned it. Again, if you're here at Big Boy Arena, you can get some free swag courtesy of our friends at Lasting Impressions. As the 3 stars will toss out uniforms. Brady, final thoughts on this one before we say goodbye for the night.
That's a championship level win. Hey, you got ran the night before. You came out, played really well. Caught a couple breaks early on from mistakes from Columbus, took advantage of them, and then held the line. Played great through a lot of adversity and get a big win against a streaking Columbus team. Sets up a huge Sunday afternoon game that is, well, it's going to be the rubber match in this series. I love the way the Rockers play. I love the way they responded. Now, you're going to have to do the inverse of what you did tonight. How do you come back from a high emotional win, come back the next day, 3rd and 3 games? What is Sunday going to be like? That's what I'm excited to see tomorrow.
It's going to be a quick turnaround. It's going to be a fun one to watch, though, either way. Sunday, 2:05, right here on the Rockers Media Network. If you can't come out to Big Boy Arena, I suggest you come out to Big Boy Arena because it's going to be a very, very good game. Thank you, Chat Row, for tuning in for this one, staying with us the whole way. Again, the losing streak ends at 16 games for the River Dragons. Motor City has a 5-4 win, 3 points on the night, and we'll be back here tomorrow afternoon at Big Boy Arena. For Brady Beaton, I'm Ben Salagi saying thank you again for tuning in. It was fun. We'll see you tomorrow for a matinee affair right here on the Rockers Media Network. Have a great night, everyone, and remember, whatever you do, wherever you go, make sure you rock on. Have a good night, everybody.